And we're live here at the station of Decapitation Without Your Head. I'm Nasty Neil. I'm joined by the returning Billy Pon.
Woo! Yay,
and also the returning Kelley Wilson.
Woo! We're glad to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you both back. So
Neil, we're still alive, buddy. That's a good thing. A lot of us didn't make it out of that COVID, did we?
No, yeah. I was gonna ask that. How are you doing? Because I know you were not doing well for a while.
I'm doing good. I got like a rotten finger going on, but oh wow. I had a cuticle. Yeah, I bit it, right? Like I've done probably 1,000 times because it was too short, and it got infected. So
that was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, this morning it popped and it like almost shot in my eye.
It's absolutely
disgusting. I don't want to laugh about that. Yeah,
I'm not the nurse. I'm not the nurse type at all.
It stunk like a dead body or something.
Should have got the camera out. Like we can use this for the next movie.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
My finger will not. It broke once, and I cannot straighten it out, but it doesn't really bother me. So yeah, we're not here just to talk about fingers, although we can if you like. But so how far along are you into Circus of the Dead 2? Where is it at the moment?
We're pretty good. We're the only thing holding up now is maybe me a little bit on the script. The script's gone through 10 years of changes and stuff, but it's the direction, where it's going, how it ends. Because in a horror movie, the ending to me is where everybody screws up. So that had to be perfect. Yeah, and we got that so perfect that it's anytime like Kelley or any of the other guys see this and stuff, they kind of get teary-eyed, when they see it, because it's a real movie. It's not. I think that's why I try to be different. Is I want to make a real movie that just happens to be a fucked up horror movie.
Mm-hmm. With heart.
Yeah, well, Circus of the Dead's a real movie. It obviously has cool kills and all this stuff, which I like too. I like all. I think, but all that stuff should enhance the movie.
Agreed.
And how you said over like 10 years of rewrites and thinking. So, how is like the indie landscape changed since you made the first one? Making a movie today.
It's night and day. Just look at what Terrifier did. They kicked that door down, and now a lot of indies getting more success than some of the actual mainstream stuff, and it's great. I think it's awesome. I'm a fan of those guys. I got a lot of shtick where I fuck with them a lot and stuff, but I really respect the shit out of them. And I never bash the movies that hard because I bash my own movie, Neil. I'm just a hard critic, even on myself. Nobody could be harder on themselves than I am with me, because I think everything I do is really bad when it comes to, creative art. And, but the landscape has changed so much because now, one good weekend or 2 good weekends of a theatrical release, then you might have a hit on your hand or something, and just a little bit of changing of circus and the landscape being different then, maybe we would be in a different situation now,
Yeah. I'm glad you said that though, too, because I'm a big fan of the trailer with, everyone knows this clown and you shoot him. And I like that. But I'm glad
that's the stick though, Neil. It's like,
yeah.
We did that and we took it to Frightmare, and we do that fake horror trailer showcase where new, old, all kinds of filmmakers will come in and do it. We make them do a fake horror trailer, and we show all these at Frightmare for like an hour and a half late at night at midnight. And at first we got like 30 people, and now we're up to like 300 or 400 people coming to watch that. And I think it helps filmmakers make things. But I knew saving that for the last, when they saw Art the Clown on there, everybody's going to freak out and stuff like that. Then him getting shot, the crowd went. I think somebody recorded the crowd reaction. It was hilarious, and it was very, very funny. And that morning I showed Damien and David, Howard Thornton, in person at the convention. They walked by my table to give me a hug. So I think they might have planted a, a bug on me. Yeah, I felt the tickle around my butt area. So
like
I can't.
Yeah. So how long have you been involved in Circus of the Dead Part 2, Kelley?
Oh, since the whole get-go, because he was trying to decide what movie to do next. And it was between like Cowboys from Hell. That was the go-ahead. But then with Brad Potts passing away, that completely derailed that. And so we were thinking, well, there's already a group that loves circus, so let's give them what they actually have been asking for, and they have. They're obsessed with popcorn.
Yeah, well, as I was gonna say too, like I'm a fan of Terrifier, and I had Damien and David on real early before it really started to get a buzz because I just liked the movie, and so it's been cool to see it do well. And so I'm glad that you actually are, because I do think it's an important movie too, because a lot of indie movies would not have gotten theatrical releases, like you said, without it.
It's a big deal, and it shows everyone else that it's possible.
Well, Neil, I had a reviewer send me a short called The Terrifier, and that's what I saw first. It was before David was art, but I saw that movie. I said, "Wow, that's actually really, really good." Because somebody said, "Hey, this reminds me of Popcorn," and then I've seen them way before the movie even come out too. I was a fan, and as much as I like the movie, I think I'm more of the fan of the guys than that because it's good to get to know them on a personal level and stuff. So
absolutely,
David,
we're all in this
David's
mad
great.
world together, and it's. I'm glad I know him.
Yeah, I kind of say that because I go to a lot of festivals and conventions, and I won't say any names. They're my friends and stuff, but some of them are very anti-Terrifier in like a weird way.
Oh my gosh, they're jealous. That's why they're jealous.
I think it's like even if you don't like it, I think you have to respect it and also just happy that it helps out other people. I'm sorry to cut you off, Kelley.
No, don't be mad at someone else's success.
No, but I can explain it though, Neil. It's like I got a step kid here, Maddox, and he's into real heavy metal. I don't know what to call it, thrash, whatever, death metal. And he has a friend that he won't like anything popular because then he feels like a sellout. So it's that's what I think they feel like Terrifier is.
Yeah, I agree.
Because everyone thinks it's cool.
Yeah, even
right, actually. Yeah, that you know what, he might be onto something with that
because it's too popular.
Because everyone wants to be different.
Once the Black Album came out with Metallica, then it was like, you're lame if you like
Yes, there you go. Or they cut their hair or whatever. So yeah, I think it's the same thing. But I'll criticize the movies all you want.
Yes, you will.
Sure.
So it's like that as a movie thing. I think you can't beat the special effects and kills and stuff like that. And I think art is very without having talking and having the one-liners and stuff, he's a formidable icon, horror icon. But I mean,
it have too many of that. Like, it's nice to have like some new ones because we all love Jason and stuff, but like let's get some new people.
And then Neil, you look at this too as you start seeing. Sorry, anybody that's like Jester, they're pushing out on you, and they're pushing Halloween now with that guy. And
they even push that as the British Terrifier.
Yeah,
I thought that was just the straight up name of it,
and they just miss it. They miss the whole thing, and it's like if you're going just to copy something anyway, I don't think you're going to be original because I think that's what made Terrifier good, and I think that's what made Circus as good as it is like that. It's like people go, "This is nothing like Terrifier." I go, "No, it's not meant to be," but because we did them around the same time. And I think it has to be individual, and they did. I don't think they made their stuff copying something. I think Damien did it from just what he knew and threw together what he had and did it, and I think that was the best. Now, I bet you the pressure's on them so much because now you have the money pressure. Yeah. You have somebody saying, I like part 2 better than part 4 or part this, it's like that would suck too. So that's something I'm behind him. I'd like to ask him, how does he handle the critics and stuff like that? Because sometimes it hurts my feelings, but most times, like I said, I cuss myself out about how bad my stuff is sometimes, and then I'll erase it and rewrite something else. So, yeah.
And I did want to mention, whenever Terrifier comes up, I always have people in the chat, and they're like, they don't hate Terrifier, but they'll say, "Oh, the real best killer clown is Popcorn." So
that's so funny. This love-hate relationship.
Yeah, and we get that a lot too. And with David doing a cameo in here, they go, "Is he going to do a cameo as art?" And I go,
"What then?"
Yeah, they're going to let a $100 million movie character just come over here to a $2 budget movie and do that. It's like, no, but we could do that. But I would just like to do a character where he could talk. So I'm excited about that because I don't think I don't think anybody's used him to his potential yet.
I
He's
agree.
used his potential with his miming and pantomiming and stuff, but I'd like to see him get challenged with like hell of a dialogue and stuff, like a character that's going to challenge. I think like somebody like him or Bill Oberst is like, I see him as like a Lamborghini or a Porsche or something. It's like, you don't want to get in it and go in the school zone all day. You want to get and open it up on the high road. You got to let them do it. You got to let a racehorse run. And that's how I feel those guys are. You need to let them do it and stuff like that. And that's what we're excited to do with this. Is I told her, I said, she worked with Bill before. I said, but Bill in character on set as Popcorn with his pants pulled down, it's a whole different monster. I tell you, a lot. It's scary. You know, it scares me.
Very intimidating. We just had our premiere shoot, and he's intimidating, but I love him. So, but his Popcorn is just, he's different.
Yeah, I even just on the show that I've had him on the show, several times. Honestly, he's like I don't know, 5 or 6 times, but there's been a couple, especially when we started doing video, and he'll just look and he won't blink.
Yes.
And you honestly get a little intimidated just virtually online.
And his eyes are bright blue.
Yeah,
he has probably perfect lighting, unlike what we got going on up in
here. He's an anomaly for sure. But he's like the most consummate professional and a gentleman. We're shooting those overnight the beer store scenes where they're doing the robbery and stuff, and in the first movie, and we had to be out of there like at 5 a.m, and it was like 4:45, and we were running late, and the store was all trash, blood all over the floor, and my AD went out into the parking lot and said, guys, we need to get everything cleaned up. They'll be up here at 5, and we can't leave a mess for them and stuff. And he come back in and said, Billy, nobody's moving, man. So I went out there and unloaded on everybody. And Bill come in dressed as Popcorn, was mopping up blood when I was. So I go, Bill, you don't have to do that, but that's who Bill is. Bill is team. And he'll get to know everybody on the crew, on the set, and everything, and make friends with everybody. He's just that kind of man. He is a very sweet and humble man.
And he's from South Carolina, where I'm from.
We won't hold that against him.
Yeah, I remember mentioning to him when I started doing some movie stuff, and he started giving me advice as an actor, and he didn't need to. He just was doing it because he's a good guy, and he's an amazing actor too.
Yeah, I tell somebody too is they go, Billy, what's the we do those at Texas Frightmare Weekend. We host that filmmaking 101 panel, and we always get asked that is like, what do you think the most important thing is to be a successful director? And I go, get a Bill Oberst Jr. That's what I say.
Make you look good.
Because I don't know where I'd be without him.
Yeah. It takes both a great director, a script, and everything, and the guy to pull it off. So,
well, if you ask Bill, it'll be everything except for him, because that's the humble man he is. But all of us on there, we all know it's Bill Oberst is what it's about. He's the MVP for sure.
Did that character change, Popcorn, like how you was written once you cast Bill Oberst?
No, I mean, we tell this story as one of the first things we shot was up on the roof, and he did like that paging Dr. Noodledome, and it kind of come off a little Jerry Lewis kind of, and he just seen me grimace a little bit, and after we wrapped up that night, he caught me at like 6 a.m, and he said, hey, Billy, he goes, don't be scared to direct me, and we had a little talk, and he said, well, what do you see for this character? And I told him it was Daniel Day-Lewis from Gangs of New York. It was a little bit of Nicholson from Cuckoo's Nest, a little bit from Shining. And we went from there. And then after that, it was just dead freaking on with that dude. It was just all there. Lee Ankrum, who's passed away, and myself, is all the clowns are part of us in some way, and even Popcorn. And somebody goes, well, why didn't you cast a big fat ass? I go, well, because we already had one of those. So we needed a thin guy. But could I have ever expect him to come in and be like he was and all this success and all this kind of stuff, And it's like even when Paris Randall come down and stuff like that too, is he was filling in for somebody else that we fired. So Parrish come in not knowing anything, that thought he was going to do just a weekend row, and I end up kidnapping him for like 3 or 4 weeks and making him do this other one. But once he got in his clown clothes and was all distressed and everything, and he was handcuffed to a chair, and seeing him and Bill worked together, it's like I was getting goosebumps. And that was the second I knew, is like, this may not be the greatest movie in the world, but I feel like just watching through the monitor, like I was getting goosebumps, and I was saying, I think it's still going to be an okay movie. So that's when I knew I had something, is them two working together, because they're both so damn good. Mm-hmm. It felt real, Neil. It really felt real.
You know, Kelley, you said, you know, he's intimidating, but as an actor, what's that like to work with the, you know, a veteran actor? I have very little experience, but on the last movie I was in, I had a big scene with a veteran actor, and I went in a little intimidated, but it honestly elevated me, and I thought it was my best performance. So
yeah, absolutely, because they will like make you feel like they can help control the scene. But yeah, whenever you're with someone who knows what they're doing, it makes you look so much better. Like I got to do scene with just me and Linnea, and that was like the greatest thing ever. Like I love her to death. Yeah, and I've had scenes even with Bill, with Kane and different people, and they always manage to make you look good. So
now, Neil, like if you're acting like with me and stuff, and you're starting out, as I kind of see, because some people, like a Bill or something, they could play the phone book. And then there are other guys like Mr. Blisters, Rusty Edwards, or Ron Clapp, Noodle Dome. Those are steroided versions of what they already are. Mm-hmm. You know, Rusty's very monotone. Ron's very childlike. We just turn those up to 10. So that's what I would do to you, is like
and add the evil.
Yeah, and add the evil. But like with you, is like how you're talking now. But see, I've had other people show up to sets, and I like the way they talk, but they get on set and they pick up a weird accent or something because they think that's what is acting. And I go, no, man. He goes, you do what you do. And if you can do that, Neil, you'll be okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just to get your foot in the door and all this kind of stuff. They kind of know what you're doing. I'm not gonna cast you to play a dwarf midget, black midget, Neil. And if it
was my bucket list item, but
yeah, but you know what I mean? It's like that's where it goes, is just like don't
hire the right person for the best job. Yeah.
There you go. And I'm one of those two people too, is like the old fat suits. Like I always say, just there's like a lot of fat actors. Get a fat actor. You need an actor with one arm? Are you telling me there's no actors with one arm that's a good actor? I hate this whole, let everybody get a chance to work on something kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like, even though he does a good job as the Penguin, I'm just like, and then they'll show like all this work to make him, not a great looking guy. I'm like, well, couldn't you just hired someone who's halfway there at least or something?
It's frustrating too. So I like overly skinny people. I like overly heavy people. I like people with physical disabilities, even mental disabilities. It's all I would ask you is, if you get on set, just try not to be shy and listen, and I can coach you through anything. Just try not to be shy, and on my sets, they're usually pretty laid back and fun. And everybody gets to know each other. So, when we got work to do, we'll do it. And when we can cut up and have a good time, we'll do that too.
Dustin, he gave an LOL because Dustin himself is he'll say the M word. I don't want to say it on the show, but he's a little person here. He's also from Texas.
Oh yeah.
I told him we don't say the M word. Like,
and I apologize for saying that. I meant to say dwarf, black person, but I caught myself on black person, and then
oh my gosh.
So I grew up a big wrestling fan, and so it's like very common in the wrestling world.
Well,
so.
it's me, as I said, a fat person, which is probably not right either. I should have said horizontally challenged.
That's right. That's right. That's better.
Usually I say fat ass like myself, but the world's crazy that way now. But no, I love everybody because I think the real world has everybody in it. It doesn't have a perfect person from England that can do a good American voice and act.
Yeah, that kills me too. The British stuff.
Yeah.
That's a quick turn the channel.
When I meet one of my favorite characters or something and I realize they're British, I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh man, yeah. Let down.
But I'm not gonna lie, I do love Benny Hill. Benny Hill was the end all say all for me.
The greatest thespian of the 20th century, Benny Hill.
Who's that? I always thought Jesse Plimpton would play a great Benny Hill. But he's English, and he's American and would have to do an English accent, which would be the reverse for once.
Yeah. Well, I understand because I'm from Massachusetts, so anytime I hear that really fake Boston accent in a show or movie, it's so off-putting because I really don't know anyone who actually talks like that.
Yeah.
But,
The bad
Yeah,
Southern
pack the car at the harbor here. I was like, oh my
Mhm.
god.
Yeah, I don't understand a single word you're saying, Neil. That's the same way with Southern accents too. Those can come off really bad too.
Yeah.
But we try. I mean, I let anybody give something a shot, even if they have something. Brad Potts, when he was playing that trooper, he goes, "You care if I ad lib any?" I go, "No, buddy, do it." And if it's not one I want, or if I didn't like it, I just reshoot it with what I say or something. But I let people have a little bit of reign on it. See, because the way I script something might not be the way you say something as to I would say something, you know. So sometimes it's out of the illiterateness.
As long as it's like the gist of what you want to happen.
Well, it don't have nothing to do with jizz. I wasn't talking about
I knew that was
I
No, yeah, you're exactly right.
don't want to spoil his next movie. But yeah.
Because I guarantee you, like, you know, you and me, the way we answer telephones and all this is all different, or say,
Right.
you know, because we're in two different parts of the world, you know, and you're a Yankee. So,
He is a Yankee. You are a Yankee. What the hell? I did
but
not
you
know
got
that.
good clam chowder.
We do have good clam
I
chowder.
love
Yeah,
clam chowder.
don't
man.
get the Manhattan clam chowder that's made out of tomatoes. You want
No,
clam chowder,
no.
New England clam chowder that's made out of
They
We don't really
they don't
have it
sound
here.
right. No, we don't
It's
really
in a
get
can, and that's shady. So
it. Or we
no.
get it from Red Lobster. That's about the best we
And
can
we've
do.
not been there in like 1,000 years.
Yeah, I've
So-
never been to a Red Lobster. It might be fine, but
You don't
they
have to.
I know you live in Massachusetts. You don't have.
Yeah, I
to.
live
You're
on
in the
Cape
desert.
Cod. I can
the
go
middle of
shake a
nowhere.
tree and lobsters will fall out. But
Yeah.
I shake my tree and let crabs fall out.
that sounds like a personal problem, Billy.
Yeah.
It is.
My biological father made me watch Benny Hill back in the 70s and Monty Python.
Same with
I'm
me.
a fan
Yeah.
of both. Both very different types of humor, though.
That was from Lance Wagner. That guy's a messed up individual, I tell you. He's a,
Well, I assume so if he's a fan of.
yeah,
of
no, he's basically family. He's a good dude. He's only got one downfall, and that's he's a Texans fan, a Houston Texans
Obnoxious Texas fan.
fan. Yeah,
And you know,
I'm a Cowboys fan. He don't like that, but
Yeah.
anyway,
Uh,
other
are
than
you
that, he's a
Patriots
good dude.
guy?
yeah, I grew up a Patriots fan.
You got Vrabel back now. That I think that's a good hire.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the last coach kind of once Brady left and then like continued to succeed. It was the myth like it was all the coach. I think was like, oh, I don't think it was all the coach.
no, you know who knows? It was the lightning in a
Definitely
bottle.
though, it's got to be everything working. together.
Everything.
Yes,
You're right.
everything.
Yeah.
But it did prove like it's hard to argue he's not one of the best of all time when he leaves the Patriots and goes wins another Super Bowl.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Mhm. Yeah.
I just saw Genoveva Rossi is involved in the new movie.
Yes.
I'm a fan of her. I'm a friend of hers.
See, I'll hire Yankees.
Yeah.
That's why I thought of her when after you said about Yankees.
You know what? It was what I had in mind for this character is there, and I seen her do that Walking Dead stuff where they put a lot of makeup and stuff and did things. I said she would never bitch one thing about sitting in a makeup chair all
Right.
day, and that's what I knew I wanted. And I like the way she promotes, and she doesn't like she's not abrasive with it, her promoting and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So that's it. I mean, I watch a lot of those things and see how people handle themselves and stuff. So
Yeah,
That's a good.
he does
Go on,
watch everything, everywhere on all social media. So everywhere. And
including Grinder, Neil.
yes, so you better
That's where we met. Yeah.
I knew it.
But that's a good point though, because you can't not be out there. So you have to you do
Yes,
want
and
someone
that
who is out there.
sucks.
Yeah.
I hate that. You can't not. And then it feels like you're just like, look at me, you know. I hate
Well,
that.
a lot
It's
of
a
it
weird
too
middle
is
ground there.
Yeah.
like there's a lot of people that I want to work with really, really bad, but it has to fit with the movie too.
Right.
Like Linnea, for instance, is like
Yes.
I would kill anything to get her to be in a movie, and we're gonna try to do it in like Cowboys from Hell.
Yeah, we are gonna
You
do
know,
it.
there's a big like a demon brothel thing going on, and I thought we'd bring it into that. So we got to get to that and do that, and we'll do that one for Brad. His family sent me his
yeah, I forgot
his-
about that.
his dog tags.
Oh wow, that's really nice.
Yeah,
That's
so I
amazing.
keep it as a good luck charm. He was a good man and like a brother to me. So I love that guy.
How did you film like much of that, or did you film any of it?
Nope, just promotional pictures with Brad, and that's it. And I haven't even opened up the picture folder since he's passed to even look at them. So
Yeah, I was really excited about it. So and I'm still excited about it.
well, you know what's weird, Neil, is that I don't even know how to explain this. Okay, we're going to talk about indie films. I want to talk about indie films, but is Circus of the Dead 2 ends up being a good story, a very tear-jerking, heart ripping out of your chest story, and so is Cowboys from Hell. But the weird thing with Cowboys from Hell is like I started writing it when I was going through chemo, and all my hair fell out, and there was, I'd have to get up and piss in a jug by the bed. It was just getting hard to do anything. Didn't eat for a week and stuff like that, and I just knew it was my time was coming, so I tried to write as much stuff as I could, and it was about me. It's about a man coming to the end of his days and knowing his time's about up, but he's done some bad things that he never did, amend for. And, I was talking to Brad about all this kind of stuff too. And then as we were writing and still doing this in our relationship, it's like his life too mirrored that too. And now it's, it mirrors what happened in real life a lot too, minus the demons and the brothels and stuff. But it's like really weird how, I don't listen, I'm not a religious person, but it's like something's manifested it to happen the way it did. Yeah. When it comes time for me to replace Brad Potts in it, that's going to be the hardest thing, and finding the right actor to do that. But I'll know when I meet them, I guess so, because they're going to have to make me love them personally too, as far as a person. So not just an actor.
Yeah. And now the hair grew back really thick here.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you go through cancer?
No, I shouldn't have said that part, but I did
have.
What
you're saying like you compared to me.
No, mine just fell. But I did have a lot of health problems. Yeah, I had part of my colon and intestines removed.
I remember you went through a hell of a lot of stuff too.
Yeah,
we only know people. I mean, how many people do you not know, but because of Facebook?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
It's Billy. He's posting something about his movie or some kind of improper joke or something, inappropriate joke. It's Neil. He's probably promoting his show or talking wrestling. There's certain things about people. See, I have a big love of wrestling too. Is when I was a kid, I grew up in Dallas, and my mom took me and my brothers to the Sportatorium every Friday night. Yeah, it was like, and Neil, it's like under the bleachers there. It was so gnarly that there was like rats were fighting over nachos and stuff. You know what I mean? It was like crazy out there. I mean, it was like the worst place you'd ever go to. But, they turned the lights out and put on the show lights, and it was just the coolest thing you ever done as a kid. So, but sitting there seeing Abdullah the Butcher, King Kong Bundy, or Great Kabuki, Missing Link and stuff, when they walked by you as a kid, I wouldn't put my hand out for them to slap it because I was scared to death.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And the Great Kamala, it just like terrified me. But it's like what made me, and then I end up loving the heels more.
I definitely grew up more of a heel fan.
And then I become the Freebirds guy, because like when I got older, it's Freebirds because they're just so, crazy and out there. It was like my white trash cousins and uncles is what they reminded me of. But,
yeah, I've had Kamala, a few of those guys, Kamala, Bundy, Missing Link, on my podcast back in the day.
And it's sad
Kamala
to see him.
was just a super sweet guy. Yeah.
Is he still? He's still around. I think.
No, he just died.
He just died. Yeah, and they're all passing away too quick, Neil.
Yeah.
Now do you know? Have you talked to Jason? Did Hobo with the Shotgun? Jason.
Oh, no. I know who you're going to mention, but no, I've never had him on the show for one time. It was going to happen for some event, but it didn't happen for some reason. I think.
And he's producing that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's awesome. God dang, it's a good show. It's one of the best documentaries for wrestling I've ever seen. All of them are really good.
Yeah, even friends I know who aren't big, they know wrestling or grew up with a little bit, but they like that show a lot. I know some people like to become a wrestling fan because of that show.
It's even the weird, like gorgeous Gino Hernandez and the Bruiser Brody and stuff like that. It's like. It's they never got super famous or whatever, but to me, man, they're like heroes and stuff. Seeing these guys and stuff, and see them every week and stuff, and then watch these documentaries when they're all doing drugs and killing people and stuff.
Especially when you just talk about the sport, all those Von Erich, all the guys from World Class. I think a lot of it was they became such giant stars so young. So,
Mhm.
you know, they're out there partying and then
Yes.
My mom was always trying to pick them up. You know, I don't ever tell my stepdad, but
Oh my gosh.
her and her friend
She
even
would
they flattened
never.
their tire out in front of their house, so they had to come out and they fixed it for them. Like the tires, true story on this stuff. So,
What
Yeah.
the heck?
I guess my mom was horny for the Von Erich.
That's
But we'd
like
even go to Pizza Inns and see them and get, you know, posters and stuff signed, you know, and they'd have,
Yeah.
you know, Pizza Inns like Pizza Hut. I don't know if you got those up there, but
No,
Pizza
no, we
Inns.
don't.
Yeah,
really?
No, I never heard of Pizza Inn.
Pizza Inn.
That's crazy.
Did you have them in Carolina?
Yeah.
It's Pizza Hut. It's the same thing. you
No,
know?
it's not the same.
I've always felt like it was the same thing. But
No.
yeah, I sure loved wrestling, but that had a lot to do with movies too. You know, the
Yes.
first Chainsaw movie I watched was part 2, Neil.
Oh,
And that was
interesting.
probably, early 80s on VHS or something, right?
Mhm.
And that was fun and I loved it. And I said, geez, I need to watch the first one. And then the first
Yeah,
one was
completely
completely different.
movie.
Mhm.
But I loved it in the sense of I felt like it was a perfect movie. And I was like, you know, but I kind of feel like I fell between the two of those for part 1. I felt like in between Chainsaw. and-
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that. It's as I got older, like I see there is more comedy in the first one than I thought there was when I was a kid. Like there's dark
Yeah.
comedy. The second one's like an overt comedy.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
as a kid, I didn't like the second one because I saw it after the first one. But then, like as time went on, I didn't. Then you know it's a comedy, so you go in and you can definitely enjoy it. But it
Yeah.
was such a contrast, like going from the first movie to the second one. I was like, what is this?
Well, that goes back to theirs. Like, it's like, I feel like I'm stuck. My filmmaking style's in the 70s, and it's not thought out that way on purpose. It's purely by accident. But I mean, even though Shining was made in 80, like I love it. I love The Exorcist. I love Jaws. I love the first Halloween. You know, it's kind of floats in the 70s, just the look and the feel where everything, it's like they still tried to make it look cinematic.
Mhm.
In the 80s, it kind of got neon colored and brighter. It almost what I'd say is like look camcorderish.
Mhm.
So things kind of changed or something. So
Yeah, I much prefer movies from the 70s. I think
Yeah.
and also a lot of the stuff's not necessarily spelled out for you. It's kind of left more up for you to figure out the
Right.
meanings of a lot of things.
there's just a lot of like, I love the, you know, Elm Street, but when I watched it recently after not watching it for like 15 years, I was like, some of those effects and stuff
I
now I'm
know.
going, wow. So I
Like,
guess they
that
have come a
scared
long
me.
way, you know? So I was talking to somebody, I think I was on David's Facebook thread or something talking about Freddy Krueger's or something. I said, to me, I feel like somebody should make one of those where it's not paranormal in that sense, but more gets in your head. That he should mess with you there and get off a lot of these funny one-liners and stuff and really focus on fear, you know, and scare people, because the fact that he can travel in your dreams, I mean,
That's scary.
it's endless, you know, endless.
Right.
So, but
Kelley, what kind of stuff did you grow up watching to be a horror fan?
Poltergeist.
Disney,
No, I was a tomboy. I wasn't a real princess type. But yeah, I watched Poltergeist like every day for
I'm a
like
big fan of
many
Poltergeist, yeah.
years. From whenever I was like in preschool, like my mom said, I would throw a huge fit if I didn't get to watch it. I loved, you know, I just loved Poltergeist and anything scary, Tales from the Crypt. That's what I grew up on. That's my era. Y'all are old.
Well, true, it's true. But yeah,
Neil's 22.
Oh, my bad, Neil.
He's got that aging disease. He's going to go to Disney.
I am Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
But no, I'll be the big 5-0 and
No
not too long
way.
here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 45. I'll be 46 in December. Like, oh my God.
I'm
I wouldn't
60.
have guessed that.
He is not 69.
Sometimes.
Oh my God.
We'll have to save that for the show on OnlyFans.
Please
Now,
do,
Neil-
because I know nothing about that.
Let's go to the indie stuff. Is because I get mad a lot too. Is I really want to pay everything forward, and it's like, I don't know. It's hard to sometimes. People ask for my honest opinion, other filmmakers and stuff, and I'll do it, and then they get their feelings hurt. and never
Yes,
have
that
it again.
happens a lot.
It's like, but it's like
It
to me
does.
is rip me and tell me.
He's
I may
very
get mad,
honest.
but you know, I'll come back and say you had some good points and stuff. Now some of the points may not be good, but to me it's like you can dissect every horror movie. Like Terrifier, for instance, is that the bad guy, Art the Clown, the villain, is perfect. It's just perfect. His mannerisms, and David got it. The mannerisms, it's just that's the lightning in the bottle. You know what I mean? So when people write and they write things and they don't have a cool mask or they don't have a cool character and it's just a regular guy, it's hard for me, you know, to make those good. It's like, that's why I never liked Scream, because I thought it was just like a high school kid killing.
I love Scream.
And I thought I'd beat that motherfucker's ass. You know what I mean? Even getting not one knife stab in me, I'd freaking beat somebody's ass.
Yeah, but most people aren't like that.
But so it's like, I don't know. I guess I always seen the Leatherfaces or the Jasons or the things that's, I don't want to say larger than life, but just like these big looming nightmares. And that's when we did Doll Boy as a short. It was such a cool looking character. And now they got something called Dolly. But I did Doll Boy back in 2009. And it was really good, pretty good slasher. But I would, in Circus of the Dead 2, it is the kind of the same as the other one, but there's also going to be a lot of slasher elements in it too. Mm-hmm. It's going to be, I'm not making this for the Academy. I'm making this for the people I met on the road and stuff at these conventions. Like, I want to give them every opportunity to have their heart beating fast and, you know, to make them laugh, to make them cry, and just take them on an emotional roller coaster ride is my goal, is what I'm really, really, really trying to do with this. So I've always felt bad that Doll Boy only got a short, so he's getting a lot of more time in here. He's one of Popcorn's freaks. So is Peppy the mom. There's Genoveva. She's going to play the Wild Woman of Borneo. And then I have Buddy Bill Bear. So, and that's kind of like an old Showbiz Pizza thing that they turned this one guy in there. So they like to take people and see how far they can push them to do their dirty work. And that's where the Doll Boys and stuff come from. So.
Kelley, can you talk about your character?
I can. I'm playing like the female Donald this time.
The Paris Randall.
Yes, Donald, Paris Randall character. So it'll be the girl version. And I go through a lot in the movie. Some not so, a lot of not so good, but it's never an up and down. I think it's just a down story for me the whole way through. But I don't know have you told about my partner in the movie?
Nope. You can. It's okay.
Okay. Well, I play a photographer, and my girl or wife is a writer for a magazine that, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about all this, but there's a magazine. That
they're a writing team. Yeah. So there'll be some extra, what do you call that stuff? Bonus material for the movie. If you dig deeper, you'll find some more stuff. So.
More backstories and things like that. But yes, and they just kind of happened to have a chance meeting with
Papa
clowns.
Yeah,
so
by an accident.
It gets bad from there. See,
we don't. How many people's listening now?
I don't know. I haven't known what's
Neil,
going on.
how many people?
There's a lot of people in the chat. I'll get to the questions here in a minute.
Well, it's basically they're true crime reporters, right? Like on a TikTok thing, and they do for like a Texas Monthly magazine kind of thing, right? So when Papa meets them and finds out what they do, he goes, "Oh, you're into that kind of stuff. Well, let's
we'll make you.
Yeah,
famous.
let's let you have a really good time and show you what it's really like." So.
And by the way, it's just streaming on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and I'm streaming it everywhere. But it is a lot easier if you go to the YouTube. I can see your comments. I can't see your comments on the other platforms. But I appreciate you watching anywhere. How far into part 2 will Papa Jr. be born? That's from the crazy one. Crazy J, sorry.
He'll be in the third act.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a big spoiler here.
Yeah.
Lance Wagner, please ask Billy if there's a target date for filming. I've got to start getting vacation lined up for 2026. I'm not in the movie. I just want to see Billy work.
Yeah, when we do the third act and we're gonna film at the circus, we're gonna need 300 extra. So that's when I'll pull in the favors for Lance and all those guys to get down here and fill those stands. I had a lot of people in the first one that I didn't know. And if you're not careful, people look at the camera, even though they're not supposed to be looking at the camera. So I can trust Lance and all my buddies now that I've met these past 10 years to do right. So he'll get his cameo. I just hope his face isn't too scary for the movie.
That's the only thing he's
That's
worried
what I'm
about.
worried
That's
about.
been the constant underlying concern. So
Because it would scare me if I saw his face. Daytime, nighttime, anytime. Especially bedtime.
oh god,
Dustin had mentioned he was at the Sportatorium once, and Kamala scared the shit out of him.
It was scary. And he's a regular dude. I thought he was from Africa when I was a kid.
Yeah, honestly, like I remember when Abdullah first did a shoot interview, and I was like, that was one guy I really thought like, oh, this guy doesn't like speak English, and but,
No, because they portray these foreigners,
yeah.
and they didn't break character when they're there.
honestly, I always thought Nikita Koloff was Russian, and then he like legally changed his name to Nikita and would use the voice like when he'd go to like the drive-in or whatever.
The Santa Claus didn't last as long as the wrestler one did. It took me till about 16 or 17 to understand the wrestling. That they weren't real they weren't their real characters or real names.
Let's see.
I saw Stone Cold before he was Stone Cold when he was in the glitter and stuff and wrestling.
Oh yeah, when he's stunning Steve.
Yeah, and he's always every time he wrestled, he got beat because you knew he was just started out, so he never did win. He'd get beat up by Johnny Mantell or somebody.
Yeah, I think he trained. I think Chris Adams trained him.
I think you're right. Super Kick.
Super Kick. I like that name.
What did Crazy Jay have to say?
I mean, he just talked that he wasn't big into wrestling anymore, but that's fine.
Yeah, I don't really know crap about wrestling.
He'd change his mind if they weren't wearing those shorts. I know.
Bubba's talking about wrestling. Here we go. Todd Quality Yeager. I'll take popcorn any day over art.
There you go. Thank you.
Sweet.
Fuck that mime.
I actually brought. We've been doing Clown Week month.
Oh, y'all have. I've been seeing y'all's things. Yeah.
Yeah. Last week we all dressed as. Yeah. So last week we all dressed as clowns, which was very fun, honestly. And that was one of my questions: is art really a clown or is he a mime? That was my debate.
We don't know what the hell anything is.
He's a nuance, or what is a nuisance to me. That's what he is. He's a nuisance. But here's my thing. Like I was thinking, man, I hope Neil doesn't make us do this with makeup on, because I am such an asshole when it comes to makeup, clown makeup and shit. Is because when I started the Circus of the Dead Murder Maze Haunted House before the movie even started, I did the research with like Ringling Brothers and all this to do the right clown makeup kind of stuff, and like covering makeup above the lip and things like that. It's like I hear these old women that were like yelling at me on what to do and what not to do. You know, the rules of clown, because I really went in deep before I wrote the movie to try to learn this stuff the right way.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and there's an etiquette to it all.
Yes.
So when you're actually coming up with like how they're gonna look. Like, I assume someone else puts the makeup on, but do you draw them out? Like, this is how you.
Yeah, we played with it. I'd probably say Esau Ramirez and his sister, Pels Ramirez, they probably designed them. He went and did research on a lot of old ones, Boris Karloff and all that kind of stuff. And we looked those up, and we liked this of this and this of this and started doing that away. Mr. Blister, we knew he had a fire theme, but he's supposed to be called Zippo. But the attorney wouldn't let us name him Zippo because they thought we'd get in trouble. And he's the same actor that played Mr. Fister in that trailer I did, the fake trailer. So I said, well, let's call him Mr. Blister. So it's like, it's Dr. Seuss level writing, my friend. But I think that we just tried to do what worked, and it was kind of tough. The same thing with the costumes and stuff. Lee drew up some early sketches of what we thought they would look up. We stole some things from the sketches, and some things are completely different. Mr. Blister had a fireman uniform on the one we saw that he almost was in, which we're going to pay tribute to that in the next one. There's a lot of Easter eggs and tributes in the next one. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff. And hopefully it does, Neil, when we do that local premiere is when you remember the first movie, that old theater we shot in?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was like damn near about to be condemned. I mean, it was like that. Well, since then, the Marriott or one of those come in here and bought 6 or 7 blocks behind that building. They took that building, redid the theater, and connected like a 6-story hotel to it.
It's really nice.
It's beautiful. So there's an old-fashioned movie theater attached to that. So we're already working on, we're going to screen the movie up there and have a whole day of all the cast I can get, because most everybody's local that are still alive. from Doll Boy, Circus of the Dead, and Circus of the Dead 2, and then all my Clown Alley fan page people to come out here. That's going to be who's invited. That and my reviewer friends and stuff like that, because I want to have one big celebration for all that, and we'll have Bill out here and all that kind of stuff for everybody to enjoy. Stay in the hotel and have one good day of circus and check out that movie at night. So
yeah, that'd be sweet. And I saw the campaign did really well.
It did. What was I going to credit that to, Kelley?
Abel?
Yeah, Abel Berry, a filmmaker out of Dallas, helped us do that. We hired him as a consultant, so he had a lot to do with it too. If he was going to be humble, he would probably say that that people like me and I have a good following because they believe in what I say, and they believe in me, and he'll tell that for sure too. Now, the mean things he said I left a lot of money on the table because there were certain things he wanted me to do, is like write
and call people,
email blast, call people.
Them. We couldn't do it.
I can't call and beg anybody, so I didn't beg you. You notice you didn't get anything on your private messages or nothing, because I'm just weird about that, Neil.
That's a big turnoff, honestly. If someone,
for me,
I'm totally fine people sharing stuff, even if they tag me once in a while, I'm fine with that too. But if someone like just straight up like just starts messaging you to like donate to their campaign, if it's someone I don't even really know, I usually just block them.
And they do that too. Some people you've never met before. But
immediately they'll send you requests, and as soon as you hit yes, bam, you get this message. Oh, would you be blah? I'm like, come on, man.
No, I would not.
We won't get into the dark side, but I'll tell you something else too. Is there's other filmmakers too that come and snipe your people.
Yes,
they'll see who's putting these things, and they'll come after that too. And you'll start getting friend requests from people that you didn't know, and there'll be other filmmakers when you start these things. And it's like,
and then they'll message your friends.
Yeah, they'll
it's weird.
Headhunt your people, your big people paying and stuff. So, but that's like, I like to say is like, I know I got a lot of heavy hitters that donated to me, and they donated to a lot of movies, but I tell them that's all shit. I'm the best. So you just donated to the best one, because I'm gonna lay everything out on the line. I'm not gonna fucking, make a crappy movie. There's no way. Like I said, it's not gonna win an Academy Award, but as far as a horror film for today's horror lovers and yesterday's horror lovers, it's gonna have it all.
Yep.
And then
in the video, you said there was two things. Bill Oberst has to be involved, and he had to be motivated, to make a second one. So was there, like, when did that come about? Like, the idea, did you have an idea for the second one? When did that like start? Like, okay, we just want to just make it for the sake of making it.
Well, no. I mean, to me, it's always thought I was going to make the first one. 2 days after it come out, I was going to be a millionaire. And then
right.
that here it is, like 12 years later, and still nothing. Me and Lee always talked about it, but after Brad died, it scared me. And then I knew Lee was on borrowed time, so we started wanting to work together. But it was hard to get him into engage and everything. And then they put him on. He was in hospice. They put him on morphine. And then he was taking what I was sending him, and I guess digesting it as best he can. And he had called back and take notes. And those morphine notes I took from him was, a crazy trip. He was in a bad way. But now that he's passed and all that, it just, I changed. The motivation was because of Lee. My dad died since the first one. Lee's died. Brad's died. Bo's died. Fred's died. I got all these people that was involved with the first one. Hell, the old guys in the diner, I think 3 out of 4 of those people are gone. I know my dad was in that scene. He's gone. My dad's friend that was in the scene, he's gone. It's just, you just don't know, Neil. You hitting 50 and still alive, it's like you're doing good. Every day, it's like, I use this saying in Cowboys from Hell a lot, because there's an old cowboy saying to say, you want to be either above or below the snakes. If you're below the snakes, it means you're dead. So, and there it says a lot too. Any day above the snakes is a good day, as far as I'm concerned. That's what Brad's character used to say in the movie a lot when writing. So that's my theory. So, hey, we're alive, let's do it.
On a serious note, when I got sick, it does make you see things differently. We're not here forever. And, while you're here, you want to do stuff that you enjoy doing with people like that you like to be around. Because you don't know when you don't know when anyone else won't be here either, not just yourself.
You're right. I worked at the TV station, a local TV station down here, and the same guy that owned the TV station was a local guy, and he's the one that invested in the first movie. It never did make a lot of money or whatever. And he said, I guess after about 6 or 7 years, they're going to clear off the books. And he asked my old GM, said, hey, does Billy want to just take the movie back and have it and just sign us off on this stuff? So we did that to save them to have a loss anymore. So, but that was a cool thing to do. But when at the TV station, a big broadcast corporation was coming in to buy them out. And they did, and that's why I left. And I said, I'm going to start doing movies full time. That shit's tough, you know. Luckily, I do haunted houses, and I'm a gigolo on the weekends.
That's very helpful.
I charge by the pound. But I think that's what I was trying to get to is like all my friends that I worked with, Noodle Dome, Ray, there's so many people that I work with. We're like the best of the best in this TV business. But now we're in our 50s and stuff. We ain't the ones no more. There's other people that are what we used to be. When we were young, we used to eat these old people up for lunch. And now, you know, that's what I'm saying is I'm 55 now. Now I don't get as many of the jobs I get because, you know, I charge more, you know, than these young guys are doing it, you know, that's got all the energy in the world. So that's my point is it's like that title, No Country for Old Men or Old Man. That's what I feel like. It's like the older you get, the more those opportunities are disappearing, you know.
Yeah.
Steffi, Mr. Blister is a good name choice because there's no telling how many festering pustules cause the biohazard in those underpants.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to this. I got this from those underpants, and we're boxing them up. We did this beer koozie thing, Neil, and I hid like winning cards in some of them, stickers. There's
a lot of them.
Penises in some of them. There's all kinds of weird stuff.
Poster.
Black light posters. It was such a fun thing. I think we're going to do it during the movie to give away like some props and stuff, and we'll do some card sets.
Oh, that'd
I think
be
we're
fun.
gonna start doing that. Yeah, yeah.
Well, back to your campaign, I did think there was a lot of fun perks in there, both like actually physical stuff and just a lot of because I've noticed because I've been part of a few campaign things, and it does seem like people are into stuff that's not necessarily something you get in the mail. It's like having your name involved somewhere or having something of yours involved in the movie. I mean, your music or whatever.
It's fucking hard though, Neil.
Yeah.
We have how many clowns do we got or people in the movie we got?
Like 50.
Like almost 50 people to add into the movie. Yeah, you know, these are all like bit parts and stuff like that. But I challenge myself to still make everybody's pretty cool and pretty fun. You know, so
that is another thing because I have, and you probably have seen it too, where that can actually ruin a movie.
Yes.
Where someone's like, you're watching, and all of a sudden there's like someone's like cam they did on their phone. It's just stuck in the movie, and it's like I know why it's in here, but you have to incorporate it somehow that it makes sense.
When I was younger and worked at the TV station, everybody said I was like the best at polishing turds. So no, but I think it's all about I'm the best at creativity. So there's creative ways to do everything like that. And if they just loosen up around me, I'll get them to do because I found a really cool way to get them in the movie. And even like we're doing like missing posters and stuff, I wrote all that into everything. So that way it just doesn't seem like something filmed as an add-in just because we have to, because I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm not going to do that kind of stuff.
And it's on location. They aren't sending in cell phone.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
No, none of that.
That's
a
huge plus
right
there. Yeah.
I just
that almost never looks good. I'm sure there'd be some way where you could stylize it to make it work, but it almost never looks good when someone.
But Neil,
puts in stuff
be honest though. The movie you watch and probably seen that wasn't the only fucking problem now.
No, right.
Within 5 seconds of turning that fucking movie on, there was audio, there was fucking something.
This would have been The Godfather otherwise. Yeah.
That's true.
And you're watching this and you're forced to watch this and you're thinking to yourself, I should just commit suicide. I don't think I can get through this. So, but to me I'll watch it and give it a shot and give you the best feedback I can give you.
No, you give honest feedback.
It's best feedback.
Okay, well, his idea. Okay, I see what you're saying, but his feedback will be honest, and if it will hurt your feelings.
Give up your dream.
Don't quit the day job.
Don't quit the day job like I did, the night job. Here's what I'll say, Neil, on that with people is there's something you're good at, right? There's something. everybody's innately good at in life somewhere along the line. And there's so many things to do in movie.
Yeah.
There's probably something in movie they're good at, right? It may not be directing, and that's not the end of the world for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They may be a better producer. They may be a better effects person that they show their thing in. A lot of times I meet people that want to be a Bill Oberst Jr., you know what I mean? But you're not Bill Oberst Jr. It's like, you could try. And I get some new guys sometimes that I meet and I think, holy shit, you know, maybe. Because sometimes just getting to know me and me getting to know you is when I can write the good parts anyway. Mm-hmm. You may not get a big part from me now, but you don't know when I'm going to call you. That's why you got to be cool.
Cool.
You know, so
cool.
I think that what I would tell somebody in is I got pushing that self-help a lot when I worked for the TV station, the corporate stuff, because I was a department head in creative services. And he was telling me about this thing. It might have been John Maxwell or somebody, where they have like a 1 through 10 scale. Okay, Neil? And it's like you're already somewhere. And then if you put your passion towards something, you can move it up 3 or 4 more notches, probably 3 more notches, if you give it everything else you got, right? So my point is to you, Neil, I'm not going to be a horse jockey, because at most, I rode a horse when I'm a kid. Let's say I'm at a 1. If I give it everything I got, lost 400 pounds, okay, then I'm still going to be a 3 or 4 level horse jockey. So I'm not going to be maximizing. But maybe I'm good at training the horses or doing this or doing that, or what do those people do too? They jack horses off and put them in a thing or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever. I'm just saying, maybe there's something else in it. So I was a director for news, and then I was a creative service director. So I was doing all these commercials. Like I did a couple thousand commercials in the 20 years I was there. And you show up and you got some of one of these car lot people say, I want my grandson to do this here commercial. You know, it's like, but here's what I want him to say. I go, you couldn't say that in that much time. Your kid's not saying. So I would learn to get them to say, you know, a little sentence, cut the angle, do that. So is you started to learn how to work and work fast when it comes to that kind of stuff.
And make everyone look good is what you're saying.
Yeah. So that's why I figured to be a director is that I do that. I can shoot okay with cameras and stuff, but I got people that can do it better than me, you know? So it's just, that's what you bring in, you know? So like at first Lee was wanting to play Popcorn really bad. And I always told him, hell no, you can't act. And that's what I said, you get a Bill Oberst Jr., you know, it wouldn't have been the same with us. We have some videos of Lee doing that in the haunted house playing Popcorn. It's pretty funny. But
really, I would like to see that sometime.
I need to find that stuff. They're very peculiar and weird. I wish I could find the missing behind the scenes footage of it. Because like Noodle Dome was feeding this dead woman pork and beans she had a bib on and a high chair. It was some weird stuff. It was just somewhere different. But that's what I try to do is remember the early days of circus when me and Lee was doing Doll Boy and circus and stuff and capture those things. So he'll be there in spirit and we're going to dedicate the movie to him. So, and I'm trying to get his ashes. So hopefully I can carry his ashes to the set every day too.
That would be nice. That's really cool.
And I was telling her that we're going to use Popcorn's dong and put it on his urn.
He really did say that.
Because knowing Lee, he would think that was the greatest, funniest. Look, here's Lee and the penis. So I just miss him.
Until his grandma sees it on Facebook.
Maybe she'd be into it too. Todd says he has an autographed Doll Boy DVD.
That's old school. He must have got that a long time ago. No, I guess we got new ones too.
And this is nice. Stephanie says, I love the way that Kelley looks at Billy. Pure love. My favorite couple.
Oh,
she's scared I'm going to say something.
No.
She's scared I'm going to say,
I can't control his mouth.
M word again. The D word.
Yeah.
The F word.
He's always saying things like, oh my gosh. Like the worst thing he does now is when we go together to pick up Maddox in the afternoon, and he's a sophomore in high school.
Taking driver's ed now.
Taking driver's ed, yeah. But we're still picking him up, and these high schoolers are out of control driving. Like they don't care. They cut you off. They are in and out. And Billy's got literally, it says chainsaw on his license plate. So he's already asking for it. So they cut him off, and he always is like this. He's like, little dick to all these high schoolers. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, oh, it's so embarrassing.
They're bad, Neil.
So yeah, he'll
the
say
younger generation are little sons of bitches.
He does not care.
I've turned into the grumpy old man.
He is.
What is that?
He's a grumpy old man.
That Clint Eastwood thing.
You feel lucky, punk?
What was he doing? That no Gran Torino.
No. Yeah.
His mimicking of the shooting. That was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
And then there's Cry Macho.
Oh God.
Ooh.
We had just started dating and we watched that and I was like, what?
I thought because the Mule was really good. Clint Eastwood's a pretty badass, but Cry Macho didn't resonate. I don't know what happened.
Because at the end of the movie, we were like,
it didn't feel like a
what happened?
ending.
Like,
It didn't feel like a third act.
It kept feeling like we're gonna know. He'd be like, it's gonna pay off, Kelly.
Did you ever see it,
gonna
Neil?
bail on a movie, but he says,
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which one was which.
It had the little kid that was traveling with them.
It was bad.
The little Mexican kid.
Yeah, is that the one where because I think the Mule I really liked.
The Mule was great.
Is that the one where he's playing like he's old and like he's kind of fragile? Yeah, and then the one you're talking about, I thought like he's trying to play it like he's still like a younger Clint because he's like in a fist fight.
Yes,
and like he's got a very and I get it's Clint Eastwood, but he's like in his 90s and he's and he's beating a guy up and this woman's falling in love with him who's like 50 and I was like, I don't know about this. Yeah.
Yes. There's a theme.
Well, I'm 100% because the Mule I love because I had a friend who told me they didn't like it because he looks old, and then I watched it and I was like, he's supposed to look old in the movie. That's like the point of the movie, and he's really. I respect him a lot for that movie because he's playing up to his age in that movie. That's what that movie's about. What would you do?
They don't pull over an old white guy because they think he's okay. He's an old white guy. He's not smuggling drugs. Great movie. Yeah. I think Cry Macho, supposedly it was a great book, but maybe it just didn't translate to a movie.
Yeah. Here we got Marcus Cox here. Papa Corn's got a solid 8 inches. And that's,
Marcus sculpted that. I got video. Somebody filmed video of him for like 30 or 40 minutes making that dick with his hands. It looks like that movie Ghost, and it's going around on a circle.
Yes.
Right.
He's doing
Demi Moore, the pottery.
It's like what I didn't understand, Marcus, is why he was like putting his lips on the clay. That's what I didn't understand. And Matt Ash was cupping the balls.
Oh no, Matt! Crazy redhead.
We had Marcus on a couple weeks ago talk about 100 Tears.
See, that's another one. It's like if that hit on a different decade, it would have been a different thing too.
Yeah, I was telling everyone it's I hate to say underrated, but it is. It's an underrated.
It's definitely underrated.
Yeah,
because that Gertie he's got a hell of a look.
Yeah,
everybody's trying to do it, but they're just missing the point. That look was solid as shit on Gertie. Because that's just fucking scary. The way he picked out the weapon too for him and stuff. Mm-hmm. You could do cheesy ass shit. You see what I'm saying? But that wasn't cheesy. His look, his clothes, and all that. It wasn't. What do you call it? Spirit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Do you remember Art in this new one? He was looking for a new costume and he got it at a thing. I go, well, they wouldn't be able to buy one of our costumes at a thing, but that just come from Spirit, so. Yeah,
there's actually I don't want to say the name because I don't want to blast him on the show, but there is a new horror movie with a clown in it, and he literally has that one that I've seen on Amazon. It's just like a black and white stripe. It's the exact same one that you can just like buy anywhere. Yeah. I was like, at least like do something with it.
Well, that's what we tried to do on this is it was inspired by Captain Spaulding, and we started doing a haunted house. Yeah.
Captain Spaulding shirt.
And we were doing a haunted house called Circus of the Dead Murder Maze. And that's where Sergio brought that doll boy mask in. And then I said, well, I was listening to AC/DC. He was wanting to wear like coveralls or overalls for it or something. I said, no, I'll do it schoolboy, like AC/DC. Anyway, then when we started writing it and stuff, I tried to check out a handful of clown movies, and 100 Tears was one too that we've seen. But I think what I learned from that one was the look. It's just like they did with Art is if your main killer's not good, you ain't gonna get anybody's attention.
Yeah.
And did you guys either meet Sid or ever work with Sid?
Yeah,
I did not.
I did, and I wanted to work with him. I was doing the Days of the Dead circuit, and we were in Chicago. Now, the first time I met him was a couple years before at Frightmare. And I didn't know it was my first convention, and I walked up into him in the lobby when he walked in. I'm the biggest fan, and da da da. He goes, calm down, Sparky. I'm here all weekend. And I was embarrassed. I didn't know, And I took a funny picture with him and made a funny face, and so he's always smiling at me and laughing when I'd walk by. But then, by the time we got to fast forward 3 years in Chicago, they had like a blizzard or some shit going on. So everybody left. So the people that's left over, those Monday mornings after conventions, most everybody's gone. So we're sitting there at breakfast, and he goes, Bloody Bill, you mind if I sit with you on breakfast? And I was like, holy shit, I fucking made it. And he said
a similar experience with Gunnar Hansen. We were the last two people, and we both live on the East Coast. He lived in Maine, and our flight was delayed hours, and we were just the last two people, and we spent the whole day together. It was a very memorable time.
We let him talk. I let him talk the whole time. He talked about working for Hammer and stuff like that, is what said.
Yeah, if you spend time with him, if people don't know, he was the first guest ever on the very first episode of my podcast in 2006. And so and he always put a good name in for me. He asked to have me host his panels, just a really good guy. And it was wild if you talk to him, because you think, oh my God, this guy's been in the business for decades. He's talking about Wild West TV shows.
Yeah. He still pops up by accidentally sometimes when I'm watching TV.
Yeah.
I went backwards on that. When I was doing Cowboys from Hell riding, I went back to a lot of Gunsmokes and stuff and just started watching that kind of stuff, Rifleman and stuff. And he pops up all the time. I made friends with, speaking of that, is Jean Cooper. She was on Young and the Restless, played Mrs. Chancellor. Her son is Corbin Burnson. Remember? We made really good friends because when I worked for the CBS station, she invested in this alcoholic rehab place down here. And they said, hey, Billy, do you want a bodyguard for out in the mall when people are getting autographs so nobody gets crazy or not? I go, sure. Well, then she wanted to eat something. So I said, you got to go to steakhouse. So I took her to this Cowboy Steakhouse down here or something. But I ended up making really good friends with her and stuff. And it was really funny. It was before I got in the business. So I felt like somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but what sucks is, she was out there and I didn't talk to her for 2 or 3 years. And then that's when I heard the news that she's passed. But it's like, she even gave the first copy of Circus of the Dead script to Corbin and had him call me. Now, Neil, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you have dreams of grandeur when you're younger and stuff, think back and you go, man, I'm just going to give this to somebody famous, and they're gonna love it so much they're gonna
fund it.
They're gonna take care of everything and tell me what to do and all this. And you give all this out to all these people at these conventions, they throw it right in the trash.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
But she actually did what she said. So I always thought it was going to be like that. And then I started passing out things at Frightmare and stuff, and you don't ever get heard back too much.
But if you don't do that, you'll definitely not hear back. So
I know Mosley
That's a good point.
and Oberst worked together, and he said Mosley dug the movie a lot. So
nice. Yeah, Bill's another really cool guy.
So I would love to work with him too, but it's dangerous with that though, because it's like, can you do something as good as Chop Top Billy? Can you do anything as good as Otis Billy? It's like, it really gives you a good challenge. I feel like I did with Popcorn, but like, what would I do for Mosley? I'd have to come up with something really cool.
You could do
but maybe the Western stuff, we'll see, because I know I'd love to work with them.
Yeah, and definitely those two together. I don't know. They're very similar actors. I could see a lot of chemistry.
I think you're right. You can see that too. And who else I love too from that Rob Zombie camp is Richard Brake.
Oh yeah, every time I see Brake in something, I get excited.
She's so fucking good. He's like Oberst. He could be in the worst movie, but he can fucking
100%. I was even thinking in my mind, like, I've seen a lot of movies I didn't like, but I saw them because I saw Richard Brake was in it. And he was always good in it, but yeah.
The last stop in Yuma County.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Did you see that one?
No, I've not seen that.
That's a good one.
Whenever he popped up in there, I go, holy shit, we're watching the right movie.
Yeah.
And who's the other guy? I'm drawing a blank. He played Herman Munster recently.
I know exactly what you mean. I don't know. I can't think of his name, but
I love that guy so
like
much. And I can't think of his name. But the same thing. I run in him at Frightmare too and told him how much I love him. But I think they hear that stuff so much. But I'll bring him in on a movie sometime, and then they'll appreciate me. But that's what I'm trying for this one is I want every character. Nobody can be as cool as Popcorn, but I'm trying really hard with every character in there that if it's somebody that just paid for a perk, they'll be happy. If it's somebody like Kelley, getting a starring role, that she'll love her character and love the part in the movie, even though she's going to go through hell when she does it. But I think that's, if you sign up and want to be a serious actor and not just a character actor like me, you need to be pushed to the limits, and let's see what you got.
Thank you, Crazy J. Jeff
Daniel Phillips. That's him. That's the dude. He's fucking awesome.
And Kelley, which is the better barbecue, the Carolinas or Texas?
My dad just asked me this 2 or 3 days ago, and so I have the answer. Well, I would have said, when I moved here, I was thinking, y'all don't have better grocery stores. We have Publix. You don't have better barbecue. Ours is mustard based. Like, it's good. Well, I've been here, 3.5 years now, which is crazy. And I 100% am definitely Texas barbecue now. So sorry.
Well, Doll Boy,
Sorry,
my
everyone.
brother-in-law, we
East
just went
Coast.
to his opening last Saturday. He's gotten into that. So he's in the oil field working now. I guess since his Doll Boy movie never worked out and he didn't get rich, he's got to do barbecue now. But he's good at it. That goes back with that passion. He was probably a 6 or 7, and now he's put a lot of work and effort into it. He's up to about an 8 or a 9. He's damn good at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of barbecue, so
Yes.
Well, he's gonna.
So is Billy.
Yeah, we're gonna get him to cater a lot of the food trucks down here are my buds, and they say, hey, what can I do for the movie? I go, you can come out and feed us one day.
But it's not just like a food truck with like frozen food. They're like gourmet chef type thing.
It ain't like
awesome.
Government cheese nachos and that.
No.
Have you ever seen the Wahlburger show? Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I remember that.
They literally put government cheese on their cheeseburgers because that's what they grew up with when they're kids. Which is fine and all, but they're like $15 for a burger. And I'm like,
yeah. 15 ain't bad anymore. They've gone
no, they might even be more now. Actually,
yeah, I bet they are.
Last time I went to Wendy's, I don't really get a lot of fast food, but I stopped there with my brother, and I got us each just a meal, and it was $35. I was like,
yeah,
come
crazy,
on.
huh?
Like, yeah.
That's the step kid. He's always wanting Chick-fil-A, but he's got to get 2 meals to make one meal.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like $50 or something.
Yeah,
he does.
Like you might as well go get barbecue at that point.
And no, that barbecue will run you a shitload up here. Sergio always hooks me up though or something. So, but I do. He's a buddy. So and
he's your brother-in-law.
My brother-in-law and a buddy, and he's a good dude.
I didn't even put this together when you mentioned Richard Brake, but another a clown, Doomhead. Yeah,
he signed a picture for me. Richard Brake did, said Popcorn's a pussy. It's hanging in my hall.
I love that. That's awesome.
I asked him about Bill. I mean, you'll never meet anybody who says a bad thing about Bill. They loved him too. Mosley, everybody that knows Bill loves Bill.
To know him is to love him.
But I've talked to Lou Temple.
Yeah.
I've talked to a bunch of people lately. Circus Shaleski. There's some really cool actors and stuff that they've been on my watch list for a long time and stuff. And I know if I can do this movie here and it be pretty good, then I think I got the clout to do what I want, is what I hope.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we hope. Cowboys from Hell. Cowboys from Hell is a period piece, so it's a little tougher to make than Circus of the Dead. Circus of the Dead, I can use my 8,000 square foot warehouse that I have all my haunted house stuff in to make the sets and stuff. So,
sweet. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So, but if I go, I need a Western town, it's like,
yeah.
Then everybody's got to travel because, when you do indie film, Neil, a lot of people are volunteer. Your help and stuff. So, and I appreciate them for it. That's why we feed them good on set, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Along those lines, so I guess you would film during the off season. You're not around Halloween.
No, yeah, we're coming up on Halloween. We're setting that up. We got the fire marshal don't let you do things inside in Texas anymore. So they're kind of busting balls on the grandfather clause on my building. So we had to move the maze outside, but it worked out for purpose because now we got a big studio inside there. So
I don't know how true this is, but Ben Rhodes says he has locations for Westerns. So.
Yeah, we got the Western towns. But see, here's the thing: is it's got to be where we can put people up and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
We got to find the right situation. Which our cinematographer found a pretty cool place the other day. He was at by accident. That's a private Western town set in a canyon. That's fucking beautiful
in Texas.
And I don't even think it's been in a movie yet before.
I don't think so.
Yeah. And they got all the things made up as living quarters, so we could put a bunch of people up and all that too. So we're gonna check on that. But circus first.
Circus
all
first.
Right. Yeah. And Kelley, what besides being in Texas right now, Texas Chainsaw Massacre shirt? What about that movie resonates with you?
With what? Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, Billy always says it's the blueprint for a good horror movie, and I have heard others say the same thing. Probably for me is the not even having to use blood in the first one and using.
Yeah, you just assume it's super bloody.
Yeah, and just using people, like we said earlier, people's imaginations more than anything, because that's scarier than reality sometimes.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the first 2 or 3 there, but a lot of the sequels I think missed the point where they just fixate on Leatherface, and it's really the family that's interesting. Leatherface isn't really that interesting by himself. You have to have the whole family dynamic.
Neil, isn't it nuts how the more famous somebody is or more rich somebody is, the worse the story seems to be.
Yeah, 100%.
It's you know why? It's everything in life. I'll put back to this. You can quote me on this shit. Everything in life goes back to the Rocky 3 movie.
Oh my God.
When he's in there and he's in the hotel and the bubbles and all that, you got to go chase the chicken in the alley with the holy sweats. Dad, you got to get back to your roots and be hungry again. You know, when you lose that hunger is when it is. They're shooting chainsaw and stuff in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Why? Did you see that one where they go into this barbecue place? It didn't even look like a Boston barbecue place. It looked like a Bulgarian barbecue place. It just didn't feel like Texas. And that first one, it felt like Texas to me. That's why it resonated with me. Even part 2 did too. They just forget, you know, and they because I think it's like somebody said too, would you do Elm Street? And I go, I don't think I would do it justice. The closest thing I could probably do would be a Chainsaw Massacre, but it'd probably have to get passed on because it's like the Zack Snyder and what Gunn's fixing to find out when they sell it. There's going to be too many cooks in the kitchen, you know, and they're telling you what to do because they want to sell this action figure or this or that or get their money back from Bulgaria. But I don't know. I always tell people I would direct the reboot for free of Texas Chainsaw Massacre just to do it right. And if it kicks ass and it makes the money, then you consider if you want to pay me or not.
Yeah. Not to spoil that one you're talking about. I know it came out years ago. But as soon as they announced it and they showed a picture of like the kids, and there's one like big kid with the long hair, you just assume and I was like,
yeah.
He's not gonna, I know the story already. It's not gonna be him. It's gonna be one of these like good looking guys. And it was. And I was like, this movie's just like as dumb as hell.
And then it had the one American actor that we love played the cop in there.
I know who you mean.
And he fucking killed in it. He was so good.
Yeah.
But then the other stuff just kind of missed a little bit. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think just even the idea of Leatherface just being a normal kid and then all of a sudden like he becomes messed. It's like really dumb. I think if you watch the movie, you realize he was always, you know, something wrong with him since childhood. And that's where Noodle Dome's based off of. He's kind of and I think Ryan uses that with the looks and stuff. If you watch the first movie, I always feel like Ryan didn't get enough credit for his pantomiming and stuff. But I think, you know, like he's doing a lot with his facial things and stuff like that too, because he takes that Leatherface thing. He's just very childlike, you know, until he gets very mad and angry, and then he's done. In the first movie, he's very like subservient to the rest of the family, but he's dangerous. Even though he's the most dangerous of them all.
And that whole cross-dressing thing they missed on all that, but then let's go back to the chainsaw one with McConaughey and Renee Zellweger. I didn't.
Texas. I never saw it once. Maybe I should revisit it. It does seem like it has like a.
You know what's funny is there's some parts, and I go, you know, this ain't so bad, but I guess it's the ending where the dude pulls up and he opens his shirt and has like 6 nipples, and he says, "This is the meaning of pain." I never quite understood what the fuck they're talking about. So maybe I was too adolescent because I went and seen it. Me and Lee went to the movie theaters to go see it.
Yeah, I saw it at the theater.
And I'm telling you, I think they pulled it from the movies the next day. I don't think it was out but a day or two.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, then it's like, was it going to come out? And then like both of those, they became big stars, and they eventually put out on VHS.
Now there's a dude in there, Tyler Shea Cohn, that was in that too. He's going to be in here. He plays Kelly's ex-husband in the movie. Oh, cool. Tyler Shea Cohn. He played. I can't remember his character name, but he was in the Prom thing. Good looking dude. But he's been a favorite of mine too when I go to these conventions and stuff. I've become real good friends with that guy. So
now we're on this. I just have to ask your opinion on this. I've not watched any episode. Maybe it hasn't started yet, but the new Ed Gein show.
Yeah.
I'm just like, come on. I don't know.
Well, I don't know what that poster was. I thought that was like a spoof or something at first.
Yeah, I did too. I had to look into it before I shared it to make sure. Like,
is it? But it's like you know why they're doing it, you know. But to me is that trailer though, boy. I
It's
got
good.
goosebumps the
The
first
trailer
time.
did look cool. I'll
It's
say.
good.
So we'll see. Dahmer was good.
Mm-hmm.
The Menendez was pretty good. Brothers was pretty good.
No, y'all, those are great. Don't say good. They're great. Those were great.
Is
And
That's-
there hasn't been a lot of Ed Gein stuff, so
No,
no.
but everything's inspired by him.
There's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
some indie stuff, Neil.
Yeah, you're 100%. Yeah.
Now
I did think that'd be an interesting show, actually, Kelley, sometime to like just talk about all the different movies that are inspired by Ed Gein. You know, compare,
Yes. Mhm.
the Texas Chainsaw and Psycho.
Yes.
do you think it's like that 6 separations of Kevin Bacon that every movie's
6
inspired
Every
by Ed
indie
Gein?
film, yes.
No, every killer, serial killers goes
You
back to
know?
Ed Gein in 6 steps somewhere.
Imagine being like someone in his family tree. Oh wait, does he have a family? Did he end
It was
with
too
him?
far. I mean, surely there's somebody
No.
that's claiming it that wants to claim it.
They're probably not. I would never claim that. That's so embarrassing.
No, Zach Bagans will come talk to you if
Yeah.
you claim it.
Yeah, you're right. He will.
So
Crazy J says you could do Freddy, but only as a standalone, not a continuation or a remake, but a completely new rendition of the story. It would be dark, terrifying, and full of depravity with an occasional joke.
I would any job I would do, but I gotta like the script and stuff, and it's going to be hard for anybody to get me to do anybody else's script. It's tough for me to do that because I am terrified of
bossy.
bad stuff. Yeah, and if I see something in there I didn't like, it would be hard for me to film it.
That remake is not good, but I for a while when I was watching it of A Nightmare on Elm Street, I really thought they were going to make him be innocent, which I actually thought would have been a good twist. It also would make sense why he'd come back to kill everybody if he was framed and killed by all the parents.
Well, that's Jackie Earle Haley, and tell me that guy ain't a badass.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
But you take on Freddy, you're already set up to fail.
Yeah, 100%.
If Kevin Bacon did it right now, he would be okay because he's fucking Kevin Bacon. But
yeah, and I think it's so many years apart now.
Mm-hmm.
I just think here's what I would do, and this is why they ain't gonna do it. And this is and Jack Strunk already knows this shit about me. Is to me the Freddy Krueger thing is they laid off a little bit, but the dude's a child molester.
Right.
Parents would go and kill somebody and do some of this. What do you call it? Backstreet justice.
And people would rally behind them for doing that. They would totally understand it.
And he would come back and kill him if this thing did exist. So it's a great concept, but they probably had to stay away from that back then. You know, even now, who knows? Some things are just taboo. I tell you what, Neil, I really feel like I don't get a lot of love because of the rape.
I told him that.
And I
For
know
some reason, that
a lot
is
of people
the thing.
have.
That's just a pushy thing. Like
It
with
is.
people.
How do you feel that as a woman, the only woman here?
I'm
Well,
whatever.
I think. Oh, sorry.
Shut the I'm okay with whatever. Either way, whatever you got to do to make someone feel a certain way to convey your message in a movie, that's fine. But not everyone is that way.
Sure.
You know?
It is interesting though,
They think
because
it's
like
glorifying it, but
yeah. Well, I could see if you were doing it that way. I mean, if your hero was doing it, obviously it would be a different.
well, to
but
some people, he is the hero. Oddly enough.
Yeah,
it is.
That's
weird,
Freddy.
though, 'cause it does seem like people are totally fine with like murder in movies. They're like, yeah, that's all right,
Yes.
but
It's
you
okay,
can't kill a
it's cool.
dog or all these different things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why we try to do that. Is Ray Ballard, my assistant director, he says, as long as you don't kill a dog or kill kids in there, I go, well, we're going to do both.
Yeah.
We didn't put the dog scene in there. We never filmed it. Noodle Dome was supposed to put one in a blender and drink it, but make a margarita. But anyway, I was going back on the rape thing. What did I want to say about that? I wanted to say that it's like the first Chainsaw. People are reading into it more than what they actually watched. I think the fact that they know or heard, it's what is it called? Is bigger than what the movie is. The tall tale of what the movie is more gruesome than what the actual movie is. And I think that's what happens with the rape in Circus of the Dead. And they go, is popcorn going to, if that hurts your movie on the first one, are you going to stop it on the next one? I go, because it's been 12 years and this has been going, you're going to pick up with them after 12 years later and what they've been up to. So
he's just worse than before.
He's actually gotten worse than what he was before because now he's carrying a lot of anger with him. Because like me, Neil, he's getting to the end. He's just, I got to be careful what I say. He's just like, how much more time are you going to keep doing this? So He's not popping the little blue pill yet in the movie, so that's good. But he only gets off when it's some bad shit going down, or somebody's dead.
That's up my alley. Yeah. Austin James, I worked on Monster Ed Gein. It's going to be entertaining. Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
We're excited about it.
Yes, very excited.
I know Austin actually from Days of the Dead, so I can. It was interesting because I remember when he went out, he moved to LA to pursue working in movies, and now he is in TV.
There you
shows.
go,
Awesome.
Austin. Austin, if you achieved a paycheck, you're doing way better than I've done.
Yes. Listen, now he didn't say anything about a paycheck, but that's wonderful.
Neil gave me a hand job in the bathroom, and
That's what you get.
Maryland once, but that's about it.
Rave. Well, that's why you came on the show, but
Yeah.
literally, I guess. Billy and Kelley. Billy and Kelley, what do you want new filmmakers and actors to know? Maybe advice for new actors.
Yeah.
Be nice to people. Just be nice. Everyone just chill. And it's very competitive. Like I was a teacher, and that has its own set of mean girl drama, but there's a lot of competitive. But I come from the world of let's all get along and let's all cheer each other on and all do great.
I think I would say is, for the most part, is you need to find somebody in your local community that's doing it and volunteer and act like you don't know anything and just get that foot on the door and see what's going on, and then start seeing what you're good at, and you'll start rising up and see a lot of, like I said, Rusty wasn't an actor before, but I hung out with him and watched him eat an ice cream or lick an ice cream cone. I said, this dude would make a great clown. So it's like, you never know when your opportunity is going to be there. But if that person was an asshole or somebody I didn't want to mess with, regardless how good they were, I would never do anything with them. So just be in the right place at the right time.
Be cool.
But take some damn advice, because you could get better. Just don't be complacent with what you do. Don't take it to the point of like hating yourself like I do and stuff and putting too much on you. But, care about what you put out and try to have some pride. Is if I did something to embarrass Bill, I don't think I could take it. Same thing with Kelley or like Parrish. I wanted Parrish to be proud of the movie. That's what I try to do.
Both those are good advice. It's actually two things I just say on the show a lot, because it seems like common sense, but if you're not fun to be around, or you're a creep or something like,
or if you're going to stress me the fuck out,
or you can't be trusted or something, no matter how like talented you are, people don't want you on the set.
Exactly.
And if you're fun to be around, and you're talented on some level, people like, hey, let's have this guy around or this girl around, because
go with the flow.
And you can trust them. I think trust is a big thing too.
Well, just you got to find people in your community locally to do that and just get to know these people. Raven is a hell of a rider, and she was in our community, but she moved to New Zealand. So,
oh wow,
yeah,
she's gonna start up a horse. Well, I guess they do.
Yeah,
August 19th.
Wow.
I ask her all the time if she's seen a Hobbit yet or something.
She has.
Peter Jackson.
So she's still looking though.
Yeah, and I also agree with that too, because people, talk about. Of course, if you have an opportunity to go to film school, whatever, but being on the set can be a film school for you.
Yes.
Most people, honestly, I know that work in indie films work because they went on someone's set.
Right.
And that's I even like Trauma. I know because people say like they get no money with Trauma, but I also know people who use that as their film school. Being on a
James Gunn.
Yeah. Well, and other, my friend Liam as well. So.
I know him as just James. Is that what you're saying? I call him Jay. I was going to say this though: is if you have an education in film school, you could still suck if you got the wrong attitude.
Well, yeah, there's no guarantee of anything.
And if you're like me and it's like people say Tarantino ripped things off, but I always think it's more like it's in his DNA because he's watched something before and it sticks in his memory. So when he starts putting these things together in his head, they just kind of come out accidentally. And I write stuff, and I was written something recently, and we were watching one of those old movies the other day, and it was one of the lines I go, from Dusk Till Dawn. I said, well, shit, I guess I got to change that damn line now. You don't even know where you pick stuff up at. But I was going to say, even like self-learned people like me, you could still be in the wrong attitude too. It's just be humble and work, but just volunteer for people in your thing. And, don't be a dick on set or push your opinion or something all the time. Just listen and learn. And then it'll eventually, they'll do the favor and help you when you do yours, and then you can call the shots.
Yes.
Ben Rhodes, what scares you?
Ben, he scares me.
He's
like one of those, every time I see him in a movie, he's abducting somebody in the woods and doing that.
Overalls.
In overalls and without a shirt.
Without a shirt underneath.
And it's always got something to do with like that Pulp Fiction scene back in the room with the gimp. It's like always weird. That's what scares me, is that real life stuff. No, it scares me to fail. I'm just scared to fail. I'm scared to die without making this. I'm scared to, let people down.
That's what it is, letting people down.
I just want it to be, as good as I can. But when I was younger, I would aspire to Star Wars or to Chainsaw Massacre thing. I've at least learned to, if I can enjoy it in my head, because I watch it all the time. Nobody else can watch it, but I can watch this shit in my head all the time, part 2. And if I like it, then I know, and if I can get that captured on film, then I think we're onto something.
Yep.
And where can people go to see, the updates on Circus of the Dead 2?
You can go. Send them to the Clown Alley.
Yeah, our Clown Alley. We have a group on Facebook. It's called Circus of the Dead Clown Alley, and that's where he posts every day, like all the time.
Very exclusive stuff too. Is somebody even just wants to ask a question.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of great members that will help or answer questions. So
that's the key too. Is if you want to be a filmmaker, you can't do it by yourself.
No.
It's going to take a big group of people.
Yeah.
And people in my group and in my circle and stuff are some of the best people in the world. We've met a lot of new people too, and they're like family and stuff now. I just think that's what to do. But guess what, Neil? If this wasn't even a movie and something else, it would take that same thing to be successful. Whatever you do. If it's like what we're saying, jacking off horses, if that was your business, you'd need more people. Yeah.
Hobby.
Hobby horse.
Pink John De Studios. That name got me for that.
That's Ricky Rascone.
All right. Billy, stop. You won't let anyone down. This is going to be interesting and fresh.
He's working on some stuff that I can't even talk about, but he's doing a great job too on stuff.
He might not have wanted the world to know that's his name.
Well, he's probably got a restraining order out or something.
now he's found.
The only one he's got against him is the one I put on him.
I know, right?
Well, this has been very fun, and we should do it again. And not like, I don't know how long it was, like 10 years or something since the last time.
Right, we should actually.
Maybe,
and I'll do better lighting next time.
Neil, from you guys that have been here for a long time and stuff, is maybe on the set when we're on a down slide for an hour or two, we'll start doing. We'll jump on with some of you got podcasters, and I'll come in.
Oh yeah, that'd be
live
from the set, and you can that would be cool for you guys to get to see here too. Yeah, I can get Bill to stick his head in, or Rusty, or whoever.
Yeah, I actually tried to get Bill on tonight, but he was busy doing stuff. But he sent Papa Corn says he loves us.
Yeah, he good dude. If he could be here, he would have been here.
He would have. Yeah,
he's that guy.
He is that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome, dude. All right, and both of you are as well.
Oh, thanks. You know you are most of the time.
But it's good to catch up again, Neil. It's been too long.
Definitely. Yeah.
Anytime you need something, you yell. When we do some more promotions, we'll send you some stuff to give out to your fans and stuff.
All right, that'd be cool. Yeah. Thank you.
All
right, next time. What was that? Sorry.
I'd love to get rid of some stuff in this house. We have stuff everywhere.
I've got an area now. I could put stuff up here.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah, we'll send you some stuff. We'll get you a T-shirt and all that. Shoot me your size and stuff. We'll hook you up.
All right, thanks. I appreciate that.
I'll send you a what is that? A Whacker Barrel.
Whacker Barrel
with the naked Papa Corn is like a Cracker Barrel. It says Whacker Barrel.
I love that. I think I've seen the picture on Facebook. Yeah, I love it. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks,
Neil.
Bye. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course, anytime. I'm gonna play the new trailer here for Circus of the Dead 2. I should have had it ready. Here we go.
You're good. See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
For over 10 years, one clown has terrified the masses, increasing the world's fear of clowns. His acts of violence have made him a household name. Well, Well, fuck that clown.
Heard you missed us. We're back.
The clowns are back! Circus of the Dead 2! Popcorn, noodle dome, popcorn, Mr. Blister, Jumbo!
Hey, I'm back here. So I'm just gonna stay for a little bit here. I had some trailers lined up, and I think I'll probably play those next week. Big thanks to Kelley and Billy. Great guests, great people. It's nice to catch up, and we should do it more often. I'm really happy to see both them getting Circus of the Dead 2 together, and they seem like a very nice couple as well. I knew both of them, before they were a couple. This Sunday, I don't know, we may do it live. I'm not positive yet, but Crispin Glover's coming back on the show. I'm really excited about this because the last time I had him on was a month or so ago. And on the show, he talked about the movie he had playing at Fright Fest, but also his new movie that he directed himself. And he's talking about wanting to get it to play in Boston. And I was like, I actually know some people in Boston that run different theaters, and maybe I could help, facilitate that. And so, well, long story short, not really that long of a story, and I did. So it will be playing November 3rd at the Coolidge. Now, he's going to go on tour with the movie, and the way Crispin does this is you can only see the movie live with him in person. He will never release it. There'll be no physical release. There'll be no streaming of the movie. So you have to go and meet him at an event. So it's premiering October 4th or 2nd, I think, October 2nd in New York. And so we're going to do that interview this Sunday, and either we'll do it live or we'll record it, but it will be up very soon. So either be up Sunday or Monday. But if it's live, come and join us Sunday, and feel free to send in questions and comments for Crispin. Very exciting. And I will be there in person November 3rd for the screening of his movie at the Coolidge Corner at the Coolidge Corner Theater in Brookline, which is near Boston. People just say Boston, but it's near Boston. So that's very exciting. And thanks for all the new folks here. We got Courtney. Yeah, Courtney, Crispin Glover. He was just on for not that short. It's about a 40-minute interview. And he will be back on this weekend. So it may be live. If it's not live, it will be recorded and up soon. Hello, Anthony Chobo. Good to see you, buddy. Big shout out to Dustin. He became a member here. I know he said he was looking for the Kamala. We don't have the Kamala ones here, but we do have a lot of 8-bit horror folks on here. I believe you can use Leatherface. Anybody out there, actually, if you are looking for an 8-bit horror sprite for your own film or just of yourself, reach out to me withoutyourhead@gmail.com. I do those for the low price of $25, which is not bad. They're handmade by me. They're drawn by me. They're not AI or anything like that. Pixel by pixel drawn by me. All right, so let's see here. Isaac Usband has been on the show. He's adapting Rat, a Stephen King story. Now, Isaac, I've known for years from the festival scene. Used to meet him at Buffalo Dreams Fantastic Film Festival. So it's very exciting to see him, take the next step in his career and going to be doing a Stephen King film. That's pretty wild. For fans of Weapons, which I was not, but I'm glad, it did well. They're making a prequel all about the Aunt Gladys character. So I don't know. I mean, that was a favorite character. Can you make a whole movie about it? I don't know. We'll find out. Former guest on the show, Ken Faree They're going to be doing a Dawn of the Dead screening at the Living Dead weekend at Monroeville Mall coming up, and Ken Free will be there. That's pretty wild. We got some new. I'm a fan of bucket. I bought my first ever bucket, this Toxic Avenger one, popcorn bucket, and I was just like, I think I need to buy that. So they do have some new ones coming out. They got the Stranger Things. That was Stranger Things like playing at the theater, but Stranger Things Demogorgon popcorn bucket. And they also have the Black Phone cup. This is pretty wild. This is not a joke. This is not AI. This is not Photoshop. This is a real item out there. It is the Jason Universe Chia Pet. Now, they really should have used Shelley, Larry Zerner from Part 3. I guess, he does wear the mask. Maybe you could just say it's him. But I don't remember. I do not recall Jason ever having like an afro in any of the films. But there you go. Something you've always wanted, the Jason Chia Pet. Who does not want such a thing? I want the fake Homer Chia Pet. Dustin, I've never seen Circus of the Dead movie, so I have to check it out. I should have asked them where the best place to get Circus of the Dead. If I was professional, I would have. Circus of the Dead. Let me put this in real quick. Well, and if Kelley or Billy are out there, you can let us know. Circus of the Dead, where's the best place to get it? Let's see here. You think it would just... it's on Tubi. So you can watch it free on Tubi. I'm a fan of Tubi. I know there's been a real backlash against it lately because it's got ads, but it is free. And from what I understand, like they do pretty well towards the filmmakers. But there must be a physical copy as well. Yeah, so you can get yeah, I'm sure it's out there. Just look it up. It's a Dread Central Blu-ray. Okay, cool. Interesting. There we go. Crazy Jay. The best place is a DVD from him. Unedited. The unedited copy from Billy Pon. I assume he probably would autograph it for you. My movie, Greetings from Tromaville, is on Tubi. Oh, that's great, Anthony. I was at Tromaville for the first time this summer. It's pretty exciting. A lot of cool guests coming up on the show. Doug Jones. I'm actually recording that. That's got to be recorded, but that'll be recorded next Wednesday, and then it'll be up on the site at some point, probably that weekend. Next week, we're going to have the cast and crew, the director and the cast of Frenzy Moon, new werewolf movie by Greg Lamberson, who did Slime City movies, Slime City Massacre. That'll be fun. This is coming up next weekend, Zombie Fest Part 2, and that is in Rhode Island, so check that out. It's pretty cool. They're going to show like some films. It's at a Mexican restaurant, and I believe a horror guest will be in attendance, and not just me. Ask Doug Jones about Absentia. That'll be cool. It won't be a super long interview. It's about his new movie, but sometimes that's a foot in the door, like Crispin Glover. That was a PR interview, and then it worked out that he'll be on for a regular interview. Stranger Things Chips Ahoy. Yeah, I saw those. I've not tried them. Are they good, Anthony? Let us know. Black Phone 2 cup. Does look cool. Oh, this is what I want to talk about too. The new It series. Well, I am interested, but I'm a little worried because it's inspired by the book, but there's no actual like source material for it. So it's going to be all created. Sometimes when someone does that off like something that is like some of the later Game of Thrones, honestly, for me, some of the Dexter seasons, when they stick to the actual source material, for the most part, it's better. Walking Dead, I think, whenever they've stuck to the comic book, is a lot better. So when you are going to go off the source material and create your own stuff, it's hit or miss. So in theory, it could be good, but who knows? But I do like this because if you've ever read King, there's a lot of characters that will pop up in different stories. Even in the Joe Hill stuff, some of the King characters will pop up. And so Dick Hallorann from The Shining, a young Dick Hallorann, will be in It, Welcome to Derry. And I think that's actually pretty cool. So I am looking forward to that. Let's see. Is it similar to Castle Rock? I was not a fan of Castle Rock. I think Castle Rock was really more like a really just about like, let's incorporate all the different King characters in the universe. This is a prequel to the new It films. So I think it's going to primarily be in just about Derry and Pennywise. But if you do incorporate other characters, that works, because there's been other novels that have incorporated Pennywise, the Deadlights, and some of the characters from It. So it, in my opinion, totally works. The more you read King, the more you see these characters pop up. Check out Horrorland Television. Supports all things Texas independent horror. We love Billy and Kelley blazing the trail. Circus of the Dead for Life. All right, we will do that. Thanks, man. Show yourself, Noga. Do it. All right, we will do that. Speak Noga there. October 4th is a big is a historic moment here in Without Your Headland. It is my mom's birthday, the birthday of the mother of Nasty Neil and Terrible Troy. It is the birthday of Trista Robinson, Treacherous Trista, former co-host here on Without Your Head, a friend of mine, a star of my first film, End Zone 2, and the birthday of Stuttering John Melendez. So yeah, it's a birthday of 3 bigwigs here in the life of Nasty Neil. That's pretty interesting here. Box Cutter. I think we're gonna have the guest for So Box Cutter, Marcus Koch did the effects for, and Lucky Cerruti is a director. So both former guests on the show, and I'm excited. Let me get these trailers up. I do have a collection of trailers that people sent in. It'll just be me watching them, but is out. Let me get them ready here. How about you folks? You want to watch some trailers? Hello, Vagina Wrinkle. The lovely, the creative, the one of my favorite people in the Dabbleverse land and beyond, Vagina Wrinkle. Let's see here. So this weekend, Vagina Wrinkle, if you're just tuning in, will be the next Crispin Glover interview. It'll either be live Sunday or it'll be recorded Sunday. But so if it's live, come on out. All right, so our first trailer is Slash Squatch. Let's check this out. With a name like Slash Squatch, you know it's going to be good. Bubba, my buddy, my pal, my amigo, my compadre. It's good to see you, Bubba. Huge supporter of the show.
Slash get Squatch. Up! Something's happening to Donnie. Oh, hurry up. He's screaming.
Oh, wow.
He's screaming so loud.
Damn, look at that big... Oh, hey, there's Bill Ogers Jr. again. Off a corn makes the speed. This looks awesome. I am sold. Slash Squatch. This is what we want. So often there's a Bigfoot movie and you just see like a glimpse of it or whatever. We want a Bigfoot movie where the Bigfoot is killing everybody throughout the movie. Slash Squatch. This looks terrific. I'm 100% behind Slash Squatch. I like the name.
It's fucking Bigfoot!
Yeah, it's Lynn Lowry, Bubba. Lynn Lowry. The ultimate Bigfoot movie. Wow, I love it. Sweet. Slash Squatch. All right. Before I go to the next one, I just want to get to something here. Someone had asked in the chat about rescheduling Bill Oberst. So Bill Oberst's been on the show many times. It would be cool to get him back. I will do that. It might not be anytime real soon, just because a lot of stuff's going on in October for Halloween. I already have people scheduled, and but I would love to have Bill back on the show 100%. And also in 2 weeks, there will not be a live Thursday show because I will be at New York Comic Con. I'll be hosting a panel at New York Comic Con. All right, the next one is Hippo's Revenge. The name's already exciting for me. We just saw Slash Squatch. Hippo's Revenge. This has to be good. The name has to be sold.
Africa. They don't belong in a
I've always actually wanted to do a Hungry Hippos.
These majestic beast out of these crates, eh?
Ah, yeah, here we go. We got the CG hippo.
Sorry, get out of the way!
I would prefer a more monstrous hippo, I think.
She was protecting her baby at all costs.
I want to see
On
just
the
a
baby.
big ass
Get it on the
monster
chain.
hippo movie.
Haul it in the truck. Then the mother should follow.
I don't think we should try to make the hippo look like the hippo. I'm not the world's biggest CG fan, but
Why are you doing this?
With the money.
besides the hippo, I don't know if the hippo is swinging. No offense to Hippo's Revenge, folks. Man, I have been wanting a hippo. That's a bad thing. But I always suggested a Hungry Hippos movie. You got
Never underestimate
all
the
this
power
stuff.
of
Hungry
wild
Hippos.
creatures.
A big, green hippo, pink hippo, blue hippo. All right. I don't know about Hippo's Revenge. The Weed Hacker Massacre. Quiet on set, people.
Cut! It's the name of the movie, The Weed Hacker Massacre.
Yeah, the Weed Hacker Massacre.
The Weed Hacker Massacre.
Trying to finish this film, but our actors and crew keep disappearing. Some say it's because we're shooting on the same site as the gruesome murders that happened 10 years ago.
You are killing me with these bounce checks, DJ. We can't lose any more people.
I promise from now on, everyone stays. They'll have to be dragged off the set. We're not just making a movie here. We're making a profitable movie. Even if it's like every profitable movie ever made.
Awesome.
We're
That's
doing
very
this for
good
the ticket
dialogue.
buying
Very
public
good dialogue.
and for those that share Netflix passwords. Stop the movie! Unfair pay! I'll pay you time and a half if you stay.
What do you say? Can we get 3 more good days in?
No.
Weed Hacker Massacre. Isn't it a weed whacker? I've never heard of a weed hacker. So Alan Danziger from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre wrote the script. That's very cool. And he's in the movie, I believe. Weed Hacker Massacre. Sins of the Devil from some local filmmaker find. Gary Medeiros and there he is, Gary Medeiros, I believe. No.
I found you all in your darkest hours, in your lowliest of places.
Big fan of these guys. They made Plague of Zombie, American Invasion.
Because I saw something special in each of you. I love you. My love is not unconditional. Neither is the love of the one we serve. Tonight, the moon will bleed. So will our enemies. Don't be sloppy tonight.
Sins of the Devil. All right. I'm sold. Very cool. They're local filmmaker friends of mine. Always really put out quality stuff. and usually a lot of short.
Incredible opportunity of exploring and creating a game around iconic horror legends like Michael Myers. In Halloween, players get to relive that fateful night in 1978 and step back into the town of Haddonfield, Illinois. I'm Miles Dampier from Ilphonic, and today I'm thrilled to present an extended look at gameplay for Halloween. With the help of Unreal Engine 5, we've been able to reconstruct the quiet town of Haddonfield in stunning detail. Remaining authentic to the 70s era aesthetics was essential to how we crafted our play spaces. When players navigate these environments, they'll be surrounded by decor that delightfully preserves a special moment in time. Throughout these locations, randomized townsfolk NPCs are living their lives, completely unaware of the danger lurking right outside their windows. These NPCs serve as the game's primary objectives. Stepping behind the mask of this infamous killer, Michael's goal is to find, stalk, and kill the residents of Haddonfield before Halloween night ends. Once you've honed in and stalked a target, it's time to choose the perfect moment to strike. Michael comes equipped with an array of unpredictable endowments, but the most powerful is Shape Jump. When in Shape Jump, Michael is invisible to the naked eye. This is our interpretation of Michael's inexplicable tendency to suddenly appear in completely unexpected places and catch victims off guard. Players can also choose from a broad range of compelling civilian hero characters that have witnessed the wrath of Michael and need to warn their neighbors before
Are they not
it's too
allowed
late.
to use the
Finding
the
an active phone will allow you to call the police and attempt to convince them to send in help. Just remember, you may be able to knock him down, but you can't kill the boogeyman. We hope you've enjoyed this extended look at gameplay for Halloween. We've only scratched the surface of what's shaping up to be a truly special and murderous sandbox horror experience. And we can't wait for you all to join us in Haddonfield when Halloween launches on September 8th, 2026.
Right down the nose. All right, September 8th. Not out. Oh, next year. VHS Halloween. I'm a fan of the VHS movies. Weird because some people hate some of the newer ones, but I like them quite a bit. We're going to have some guests on from VHS Halloween. I think some of the directors and some of the actors.
Hello.
Thank you, Bubba. Justin here. I recommend Phasmophobia. An Phasmophobia game.
Are you saying this? Where are we?
Can I get it on the Atari 2600? I like these, and all these later ones. They have a lot of like younger indie directors involved, which I think is cool. I did this with the screener recently. Anybody out there who's up for Ryan? Oh, I actually know him. Casper Kelley. He did. He's been on the show. Damn, this is tough. I'm all in. VHS Halloween. All right, I'm in. I'm sold. Forget what I was saying before. Oh, anybody out there, if you are interested in possibly reviewing movies for the show, let me know. Or for the website, really. Oh, we already did this one earlier. That might have been it.
Hey, everybody. Tim Miller from the...
Oh, we don't want to live. Why did this pop up? What the hell's that got to do with horror movie trailers? You insane? YouTube, who the hell is that guy? You know who he is. All right. That looks good. Who, that dude? Or the movie? I don't know. Yeah, no, VHS Halloween I'm into. I'd like to check that out. I just turned that off. I've got a picture of Brock Lesnar eating like a raw steak. I thought these were supposed to be like things I watch. I just watch like wrestling stuff. I mean, horror movie stuff. Let me grab this. So this is Box Cutter. This is the trailer one to play too, but it's not on YouTube. you know, hopefully it's not really I try not to watch the trailers beforehand that people send me. But then I think, well, what if it's got like, you know, like a gaping butthole or something? Like, oh, you're getting kicked off YouTube. All right, let's see here. Crazy J, looking back, my first introduction to anything horror was in school, computer class. We played the Oregon Trail. Yeah, we played Oregon Trail actually in one of my social studies classes. I witnessed my family and friends die. Yeah, they died of what, dysentery or whatever, something. Dysentery. Let's see here. Yeah, the old gaping butthole trick. It's much like the popcorn trick, but it's bad times, Dave. Bad times, Dave. That takes me back to when me and Dave first met. It's the old butthole, the gaping butthole trick. All right, here we go. Box cutter. Box cutter, here it is.
So what brings you all way out here?
I do appreciate y'all coming in. This little niner's had its ups and downs, but people like you come in, it makes all the difference.
I do hope you find some comfort in your time of grief.
What the fuck did you do? What is happening? What the fuck is gonna happen?
You can't keep us down here. He's gonna call the cops.
Why haven't they done it then? Are we gonna die in here?
When you get down to hell, it'll be my hand that greets you.
All right. Marcus Koch, who we had on the show a couple weeks ago, did the effects for that, and Lucky Cerruti, who have on the show a few times actually, I think. It's his new movie he directed, so I'm looking forward to that. We'll have Lucky back on the show. Maybe we'll get Marcus back on the show too. So something that will be a new thing here on Without Your Head is we're going to do some live watch-alongs for full movies. So it'll be me and Terrible Troy, Tara, and Cousin AJ, and all of you out there, and then the filmmakers as well. And we're going to show the whole movie with live interaction. So we'll have the live chat. We'll be on the screen talking, about the movie. We're going to test these out. Now, some of the people that have sent movies in for this, like 100 Tears from Adam Koch, is way too graphic for us to show on YouTube. So I'm going to have to find another platform to show some of these. Some of them will be okay on YouTube. So anyone out there, if you do have suggestions for a platform that we could show a graphic film, or maybe a film with some, a little bit of the nudity, let me know. I don't want to be banned from YouTube, but it'll be a fun time. We'll all get together and watch this. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. Rumble's a possibility. Vagina Wrinkle. Discord. AJ's been really been wanting me to make a Without Your Head Discord. Maybe we'll do that. All right. Well, maybe we'll do that. Dustin, get on with me. I think you're probably a Discord guy. Maybe you can help me create the Without Your Head Discord. I know AJ's been wanting me to do that. It'll probably be an all-encompassing Without Your Head in Your Head Discord. It will allow us to show anything. We'll be showing some snuff films on there. Dustin, he sends me some movies with donkeys going, so there'll be a lot of stuff there. All right. We watch old horror movies on Discord. Oh, cool. All right. Yeah. This will be some. I normally don't show this on screen, but I'm usually playing with an action figure I know people think I'm, playing with something else down here, but I'm playing with I like to fiddle about. That sounds weird, but I'm usually playing with this Ric Flair action figure, but I usually keep it under the screen. But I saw his head was popping up. No moderators. All right. You make all right. So I'll make. Well, all right. We'll make some moderators there. Maybe I should make a moderator here. I don't think I've ever modded anybody here and Without Your Head. Anybody want to jump on quick before I log off here? I will send you the link. Oh, by the way, so the reason why some people aren't here, Terrible Troy actually, his headphone broke yesterday. He sent for a new one through Amazon, but did not arrive in time for the show. That's why he was not here, else he would have been here. Tara had a photo shoot in her real work, and show she didn't, and I was like, it's fine. I don't, I get it. That's cool. And Age I just not heard from, so he's the one in trouble. But no, AJ is helping run Broom Dance, which is an upcoming festival in Salem. No, it's got a lot of stuff. It's got parties, it's got a ghost tour, and it's got one day's a film festival. It's also going to be premiering it's going to be the premiere of the new that guy's movie. The guy made Hostel, Eli Roth. New Eli Roth movie will be premiering there. He produced it. And this guy, I will be emceeing the festival, the movie festival. So it's very exciting. A lot of things coming up here in the Nasty Neil world. I will be at Zombie Fest Part 2 coming up in Rhode Island. I'm going to be the host of that. I will be hosting a panel at New York Comic Con, which is huge. Makeup, madmen, and monsters, and the men that make them. That'll be pretty wild. And then later in the month, I will be the MC at Broom Dance, a horror movie festival in Salem, Massachusetts. And then November 3rd, I probably won't be hosting anything, but I'll be at the Crispin Glover screening in Brookline, and I may be in November also at Buried Alive Film Festival. They've asked me to come out for that, so that's very exciting. And then I will also be in January at an upcoming festival in Worcester.
Neil,
oh, what's up?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're looking all tough with the scruff.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of it one way or another. So I'm doing good. I'm up to 2016 in my memoirs.
One way or another. I mean, you probably just shave it. How else are you going to get rid of it?
How you doing? Nice shirt, buddy.
Oh, yeah, we got the House of 1,000 Corpses, Mr. Sid Haig.
I have that on DVD.
Yeah, you know what? I have an old bootleg of it because for a while they didn't know if it was ever going to get released, and so I back in the Wild West days of eBay, I bought a bootleg, okay. And then I found out if it was an old cut of the film that no one has anymore, like an extended cut, it'd be worth a lot of money. And so I was like, "Oh
yeah,
shit!"
I got a lot of horror tapes. I got a lot of horror VHSs in my arsenal.
Hell yeah!
So I won't be able to go to Comic-Con this year, but I will go next year.
All right. Well, who knows? Maybe I will be there next year. I don't know.
Right. Who knows? So how you doing, Neil? How was your day?
I'm doing good. I
had pizza. I just watched it too. I had pizza. I had Pepsi. Tomorrow's the Wendy's diet, maybe.
Yeah. All the P's. Pizza, Pepsi, and I don't know.
The 2 P's. So I'm good and everything. I'm doing great. I'm doing good and everything. I'm up to 2016 in my memoirs.
Hell yeah. Do it up, Jobo.
Yeah, I just came back from doing it after a month off. I'm going to see him on Tuesday.
I was a big fan. Very weird movie. It's on the website. I interviewed Naomi Grossman yesterday from him.
Guess I'm doing good. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the book. I'm practicing with a new guy that I'm working with. So yeah, hopefully it'll be done when the new year.
Hell yeah.
I'm still waiting for that Lanterns trailer. We're gonna get the Lanterns trailer soon.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm gonna go see a couple movies this weekend. I'm gonna see Dead of Winter, I believe, and and Strangers Part 2.
Okay, Stranger Things Part 2. I'm going to see when it's streaming. You know, I'll watch it on my app. But the thing is, I got Chips Ahoy Stranger Things cookies.
Hell yeah! No, all right, that's cool. I
Yeah.
like that. I should look
Yeah,
up
you know,
Brattle. It's playing up the Brattle.
You know, I'm good. I'm good and everything. I just did a Jersey Shore watch party, the finale for that. You know, on my YouTube channel.
A what? Jersey Shore?
Jersey Shore. I did a watch party for that.
I've never seen the Jersey Shore.
It's a TV show. It's a TV show.
I know
met
it's a TV
Snooki.
show, but I've never watched it.
Okay. I'm going to put your link, your channel links on my Jersey Shore watch party because I was doing that.
Yeah, good man, Chobo. Where can people follow you? Where is
Instagram,
your
Instagram, Blue Sky, Perfects, Facebook. I will make a return soon.
Yeah, but what's the name of it?
What's the name of my Instagram? Anthony Chabot.
All right. Oh, you know what? I always call you Chobo, but it's Chabot.
Anthony Chabot at Instagram.com.
I've been mispronouncing your name for years.
Okay, Chabot. It's Chabot.
Know.
I'm not related to Jessica Chabot, unfortunately.
All right. Well, it's probably good if you're interested.
It's Blue Sky, Anthony Chabot, Pixel Fred at Anthony Chabot, but Facebook I may make a comeback, and Daily Motion.
All right. Are you ever offended that I call you Chobo instead of Chabot?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm watching Marvel Zombies right now.
Oh, that's out. I remember that I saw the trailer for it, but I didn't know it's actually streaming.
The 2 episodes are good, you know.
All right, I'll have to tell my brother. He's the big Marvel guy.
Yeah, it's good. The 2 episodes are good. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. Tonight's Peacemaker.
All right, sounds good, Anthony.
So thank you.
Are you a French Canadian or something?
I'm French. I'm French, German, Irish, Italian, American.
All right. Parlez-vous français?
Parlez-vous français? Yes.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive. Probably speak more than I do.
And I just finished doing 2015. Now I'm on to 2016.
Excellent, Anthony. Where are you? What are you in the kitchen?
I'm in the living room.
Okay, it looked like a kitchen to me. With like you got a fridge in the living room.
Kitchen, and living room at the same time.
All right, that sounds good. Just you can make dinner and take a nap, lounge out, watch TV, do it all.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So next week we'll be back with this Sunday. It'll be Crispin Glover. I don't know if that'll be live or not. I would like to do it live, but it's up to him. So
go look at New York Comic Con. By the way, go look at New York Comic Con. I went to 4 of them already. Hopefully next year I'll get a panel.
I've never even been to one, but I'll be hosting a panel there, and they have me advertised on the website, which is pretty amazing. I'm very excited about that. And
I tried to get one, but they said no. Next year.
Like, get out of here, kid. Get out of here, punk.
So yeah.
Did they call you punk?
No, I'm just a kid. I'm a 42-year-old man. I just turned 42 a few weeks ago. I'm looking good.
I'm just kidding with you. I'm not.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't.
All right. So yeah, hopefully we'll get that Lanterns trailer soon.
All right. So I'm gonna show. I am in this video. This is the Psycho Ape rap.
Psycho Ape rap.
Psycho Ape 2.
I'm hoping I get into Psycho Ape 3. My part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. They were going to do the Christmas one. I'm not sure what's happening there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Psycho Ape. Go Psycho Ape. This is by Jimmy Hickey, a friend of mine. I'll be staying with him at during New York Comic Con.
Good luck with that.
And he will be doing an Arbor Day rap.
Arbor Day rap. And this week's
ever
Trauma
seen this
Dance.
video?
Don't forget this weekend Trauma Dance.
Who's the ape that broke out of the zoo? Dr. Zoomis watching everything he do. That'll murder your crew. Take your head and stare a banana.
Psycho Ape. Vita Castillo, one of my friends.
The chick that was on his dick on some straight up bestiality shit. And who's that wannabe Jane Goodall? Wife the buyer ain't not appalled at all. And who's that doctor that just won't die? Always close by like a private
My boy,
eye.
Bill
That's my boy
Whedon.
Bill Whedon.
Who's the male psycho ape in the can? Dressed up like he's on safari in Pakistan. It's always asshole news, no matter what channel's on. I feel for the guy who died after being violently shat upon. Psycho ape, turn the body count up till the break of dawn. Dr. Zoomis was so obsessed that he wrote this song. Go crazy, go bananas, go psycho ape.
There I am in the back there, a banana hat.
Yeah.
Go crazy, go bananas, go psycho ape.
There I was.
Nancy gonna cheer him on.
There you go, buddy. And on your pond.
Go bananas, go psycho ape. Dr. Zoomis stay hating, trying to crack the case. Go crazy, go bananas, go psycho ape. Shot him like Harambe, climbing the Empire State. Go crazy, go bananas,
New York
go
City, my
psycho
home.
ape. He broke out of prison just to see your fate. Go crazy, go bananas, go psycho ape. Nancy gonna cheer him on while you eat your face. Go crazy, go bananas, go psycho ape. Dr. Zoomis stay hating, trying to crack the case. Go crazy, go bananas, go psycho ape. Shot him like Harambe, climbing the Empire State.
There we go. Psycho,
Yeah.
Psycho Ape. You can watch. I believe that's on Tubi now too.
Good one.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here, Anthony. It's fun talking.
Good night.
To you.
Good night, buddy. We'll see you on Tuesday. Peace. Anthony out.
All right. Good night.
All right.
See you, buddy. All right. So yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses. The board game's amazing, and my name is in it because I helped fund that. So maybe I'll bring that to a convention sometime. All right, Dustin. It's good to see you, my buddy, my pal, my amigo. That is very true. It is no DJ Curly Bear. Never pass, as a DJ Curly Bear says. Now, I felt my In Your Head fans in here, Mr. Dustin Nance and Dave Deadman. They will know before DJ Curly Bear, I also put out a death metal track called Piss in Your Face. So I don't think you've ever heard that one, Vagina Wrinkle, but it's been wiped away off the internet, I think. Let's see here. Bubba, yeah, become a member and you can use all these cool emojis, whatever they are. I don't know. But anyway, until next time, this is Nasty Neil. This is Without Your Head. Big thanks to everyone who came out tonight. We had a real active chat during the interview and off the interview. So thanks, Billy Pon and Kelley Wilson for coming on. Circus of the Dead, go check it out. It's you can watch on Tubi. Go get the Blu-ray from Dread Central. And Circus of the Dead 2 will be being filmed soon. That's really exciting. And let's see. This Sunday, Crispin Glover. Next week, Doug Jones and Frenzy Moon. It's pretty insane. I think I've recorded some interviews that'll be popping up here. So subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get a notification every time either I go live or a new episode pops up. And that's about it. Become a member if you'd like to help support the channel. It starts only $3 a month, $2.99. Hey. All right, folks. Good night, everybody.
I